What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? Everybody's in the building. Actually, looks like we're missing one. What's up, Lindsay?
Lindsay.
What's up, Lindsay?
Hello.
Lindsay in the building. What's good? How's everybody doing today?
Good.
I'm feeling good. Rejuvenated.
Rejuvenated.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Sitting
Y'all
out
ready?
in that
Y'all ready for
sun.
Memorial Day tomorrow?
Yes. I'm ready to just be off work.
I'm just but I'm gonna go in anyway and do some stuff while ain't nobody there.
Oh, okay.
You
Nah,
would
that's what's up.
And everybody else's answer.
Yeah.
Oh, Lindsay, you coming to the cookout?
Am I invited?
That's fun.
Of course, Lindsay invited to the cookout, y'all. That's
I'll
what's
meet
up.
there and run.
That is what's up, y'all. All right, yo. I'm happy to have everybody on the panel today. There is one more fella, Quest. He's not here right now, but I guess
There
he'll
you go.
be in shortly.
Oh,
He'll be in shortly. Yeah, Quest. So we got Quint in the building. We got Chill in the building. D-May, Jess, Lindsay, Professor. I don't know if I said Professor and Kid already. And MRT, more real talk. What up?
What up?
Yo.
What up? So this week, we got an interesting topic, right?
All right.
Today's topic, we're going to talk about when women spend money on a man, does it mean she's truly interested in the man? Or is it just for her experience? So I'm going to play a quick video right now. Let me know what y'all think about this one.
Conversation. Do we pay for the men? When do we pay for the men? A friend of mine was on her dating journey and she went out with a man twice. He paid for everything, wined and dined. On the third date, they spent a day together, had some drinks, had a good time. Let's call it a couple $100. She had to put her card down for this particular place. So when they went to pay, he was like, oh, no, your card is down. And now she didn't speak up and ended up paying for the bill. They had plans for another date. He texted her the next day and was like, I don't really see a long-term future with you. I don't really want to waste either of our times. I think you're great, but I don't want to keep our date for next week that we had planned, which I think is very respectable. Most people just ghost. So she's talking to me about it. And she's like, but he did stick me with the bill. I was like, what are you talking about, stuck you with the bill? How did you leave paying? I was like, just text him and say, oh, okay, well, cool. Thank you for saying that. Had a great time too. But like, here's your split for Saturday for his presence. He got upset, did not send her the split, and in fact went and sent her the receipts for the last 2 dates.
So, what's good? Let's get into it, y'all. What's the mindset behind that? What's the mindset, ladies? I want the ladies to start with this one. How do y'all feel about this?
I mean, first off, I think communication is key. She said that they'd already been on 2 dates prior to where he wined and dined. If that was on a conversation beforehand where he informed her, hey, let's go out, but this time, is it cool if we go 50-50? He don't know what her monetary status is. So to just automatically have her card down, that was disrespectful. Like, I would feel some type of way. Actually, I probably would have, I don't know what I would have did, but it wouldn't have been pretty. That's just not right. Like, we're all adults here. If you didn't want to pay for it on the third time, because you do something twice, I'm going to expect that. If it's not communicated otherwise, that, hey, whatever's going to happen on this third date, he didn't say anything. He just did it randomly. That's crazy.
But from what I understood, she put the card down, though, right?
She put it down.
Yeah, that's what I was
She put
thinking.
it.
Oh,
So she
Yeah.
put her card down, and he was just like, "Yo, I'm not gonna knock it. You pay the bill."
Oh well.
So, but here's the thing,
She
right?
called on herself. She called on
Right.
herself.
I don't know why she did that in the first place. Like, that was weird. So
No,
that's on
well,
her.
I mean,
Never mind.
it was a good thing because now she knows that he's one that does not mind her, like, reciprocal payments for stuff and everything. I don't see an issue with it. She's the one that initiated that. If you didn't really want to do it, why put your card down? That was dumb. And then expect them to not pay for it. Like, that made no sense right there. You put your card down. Okay.
This is why I don't knock me personally. I feel like, if the man paid twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
She put her card down, you pay once. If you're taking a man serious, then what's the big deal if you got to pay this one time? Now, the expectation was she hit up her friend, and her friend is like, yo, ask for some money back. Like, what part of the game is that? The next time, I'm sure he's going to pay for what, you know what I'm saying? He's going to pay for it. But one time, and it's like, boom, you just throw it all off. Well, my man said, you know what? How about you pay for half of everything else the next time, too? Pay me back for every other date that we went on. I ain't mad at the dude.
Me neither.
Not at all.
I ain't mad at the dude.
I'm just gonna let the ladies say what they need to say before I even open my mouth. I'm just gonna sit here and, just relax. Oh man, hair. Oh God.
Where you get the hair from?
Right. Ooh.
What's your thoughts on it, Lindsay?
So I thought they said in the video that his car there was something declined, but I mean, if she offered to pay, then you better be presenting that with you're gonna pay for the whole thing. I'm old school in the fact that first couple of dates, I do kind of expect the man to pay, but I also I don't need you to take me to a 5-star restaurant or anything. I don't need expensive things. But I think later on, if you continue to date and you do take it seriously, I think it's 50-50 balance. One of the things that, I used to do is my ex would always get the bill and I would always get the tip because I always had cash because I was, waitressing at the time. And it was just easy.
Hold up, Lindsay. You paid a tip, Lindsay?
I did pay the tip.
You know how rare that is?
I mean, I just feel like, but I always had cash. And as a waitress, I prefer, giving another waitress cash because you don't have to claim it all. I mean, it just made sense. We had been dating a long time. You stop it. We're not ready for you yet.
I'm about to ruin this.
Get him, Lindsay.
We had dated a long time, so there was no keeping track of it at that point. He paid for things, I paid for things. It was whatever made sense at that time, whatever we communicated. So I feel in a relationship, that's what it comes to.
Right.
Giggling about Chill.
I can't wait for you to go, Chill. I got something to say on this too. Go ahead, Chill.
Hold up. I want to hear MRT, and I want to hear what Kid thinks about this as well.
Right. I ain't said nothing.
I think for me, I can definitely agree with Lindsay. I feel like once you're in an established relationship, it really doesn't matter as far as keeping tabs of who's doing what. Because it's really just a give or take. You have to give in a relationship, you have to make sacrifices and whatnot. But I do expect if a guy's wanting to get to know me, I do expect him to take me out on dates. It doesn't have to be something extravagant, but it does need to be in a setting where we can converse and I can actually have a real conversation with you. I do think it's silly, the fact that she would go back and ask the guy for money, because that's almost what do you expect him to do? If somebody texts me after the fact about some money, you're never going to get it. Because it's that moment has already gone. You missed your time where you should have spoke up. I feel like that was silly.
Yeah.
Right. What's up, Kit? What's your thoughts on the topic?
All right, Kit. You next. Come on, Kit.
She don't need all of that.
Oh, you just gotta love Chill. You just can't not love him. I personally feel like she shot her own self in the foot. You put your card out there, so you already made the assumption that you were willing to pay something, if not the whole thing, and without proper communication, no one knows, what an expectation level is. I think that's the problem. People have expectations without communications. And then when the expectation isn't fulfilled, then something else is communicated when it could have been avoided and averted. I personally feel like if she wasn't really willing to pay, then she should have never made the gesture. if his card declined and she was trying to make a gesture of, okay, I got you, that's cool. I'm wondering, I mean, and I don't know if this has anything to do with it in relevancy, but I'm wondering, was it the fact that she put her card up in the first place that made him say, I don't see this going anywhere? Because you've gone on a couple of dates. Like, what was it about this particular date or the last date that said, yeah, this isn't for me, like after she's paid? I don't know. Again, that's just me spitballing and thinking. But other than that, yeah, that's it.
I want to clean up what I said since I kind of somewhat misunderstood it, right? Although I was wrong, I was right. Because it still goes back to communication. She shouldn't have put her card down, first off, if she wasn't ready to foot the whole bill. Number one. Number two, if she wanted to go half, it should have been a conversation prior to, like, hey, I can pay for half. Are you willing to? That's it. And it wouldn't have been no drama. But that's it. Yeah.
All right, I'm so chill.
Oh, me? Wait. Y'all sure y'all want me to go first? I was gonna let either Quint or Professor go.
Nah, go ahead, man.
All right. All right, let's just be honest, man. She threw that card out there because, since Kit spitballing, and I want to spitball a little bit too, y'all. She threw that card out there because she knew that dude was getting ready to leave her. He done got them draws. He done flipped them things. He was like, man, this ain't for me. He started to get a little distant. She sent to him. And you know how y'all are. Y'all gonna go in that bag for a dude you went to. Stay. She threw that card on the table. She thought it was gonna help. She thought it was gonna win the game. But he still said the testament and said, baby, I'm done. This ain't for me. And then she was mad. Wanted to hit him up for, half the bill or whatever. And he, threw it back in her face. Like, look, heifer, I'm paying for 2 of them already. What you mean? What's there to talk about? Mic drop.
Yo.
I'm just saying.
A whole bunch of narratives that wasn't even in that story. You're like one of those people that sits at like a restaurant and you're like, okay, narrate what they're talking about from afar. Like one of those like fun dates we like make each other saying. That's literally what I feel.
And I'm really good at it too. I do it. I do this. I used to do this. And then we'll go up to them and say, hey, what was y'all talking about? And then when they tell us, they be like, oh, how'd you know?
Well, you go follow up with them and find out, because I want to hear the actual backstory. Go ask them.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you.
I'm so chill, but I'm not so chill. I want to ask what the story behind this is.
I'm so chill, but I'm not so chill.
But check this out, ladies. Y'all all can, y'all all experienced this before. You can't say you haven't.
Experienced what?
Experienced a guy that you was into. You ain't never go in your pocket for a guy that you was into. I know Lindsay has. Lindsay, I know you have.
Not a guy that I just met who's trying to get to know me. Nah, I have not.
Lindsay, you never went in your pocket for a guy you was into?
So y'all wouldn't pay y'all wouldn't pay for a guy that you're getting to know? Like, you don't think that that's a good gesture?
No.
To say, okay, I'm willing to.
Yeah, there's definitely stages like in the beginning times, even before you're exclusive. Like there's definitely things you can still do. I mean, I don't think it has to be as serious as people try to make it. Like, if y'all are out, y'all are having a good time. I mean, I don't know if people are just bad with their finances, but like if you're, it definitely costs to date. You have to have money to go out and do things. So if you have your finances in order, it's not gonna break your back if you spending 50, 100, or maybe 200 on something that y'all want to do. Like, to me, I feel like, I don't know why people like struggle with this.
Yeah, why is it? I agree with you. Why is it a thing for where women have such a difficult time to say, you know what? We went on 3 or 4 dates. I'll fit the next bill. We're getting to know each other, and I want to show him that I'm serious about him. Here's the thing, right? What I see is that men, I know when I was dating my wife, there was a time where, listen, I was broke, yo. And we was going out, and she knew my financial status, so she paid the bill one time. It wasn't like a thing. We went out, and here we are 14 years later. So I don't know why women have such a hard time.
I mean,
isn't that something you established before you went out, though?
And like, that's also very rare.
What's rare?
Yeah, like
But
that's not going to be the
I agree with
circumstances.
what D-May said. D-May said about conversation earlier. I think that's something that maybe you gotta kind of discuss. Are you one that, like, there are some women who no, they're not taking their wallet out at all or whatever. They're not going into their purse. Or there's some that's okay with like a 50-50 situation or whatever the situation is. So I think that's something that you can talk about beforehand, like, oh, like with that conversation, like, hey, are you the type that, whatever, just asking questions and see where it is.
Yeah,
definitely.
Nah, forget all that. Forget all that, bro. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. If we can pay for each other. I mean, she could pay for herself. I could pay for myself. There's no reason for her not to be able to pay for herself. She's an adult. Now, if I'm paying for her, then I'm gonna expect something after that date. If you ain't trying to give it up, then pay for yourself. So at the end of the day, if you put your card out there, go ahead. It ain't crazy. You put your card out there because at the end of the day, men only want one thing, that's to clap them cheeks. And we ain't gonna keep depositing money in the bank account of cheek clapping if we ain't getting none. So it's been shown in the New York Times where women went on dates just to get free food. I know at least 3 or 4 women that have told me, who are friends of mine, that told me they've gone on dates just to get free food. So at the end of the day, if you don't want your cheeks clapped and I don't want my pockets taking out like rabbit is, then we need to pay for you. I pay for myself. You pay for yourself. Because at the end of the day, when a girl takes you out on a date, she want to go to Applebee's, but when you take her out, she want to go to Ruth Chris, Steak 48, STK, things that. So ain't nobody got time for that. So if you ain't trying to clap them cheeks on that first or second date, then pay for yourself until you're ready to do what we need to do.
Good God Almighty.
That's crazy as hell, boy.
Nail in the coffin.
Hey, that's
crazy as hell.
Hey,
that's a whole mic drop right there.
You got it, Quint. Go ahead,
On
Quint.
some damn carpet.
No, we got hardwoods over here, baby.
Hell no.
I feel like if they were
the
going to
mic drop
do
wasn't
something,
that dramatic to be on a hardwood. It was on carpet. You didn't. Never mind.
Hey, look at this.
were gonna
This comment is real. There's no expectations if you pay for your own until we establish otherwise. But go ahead, Quinn.
Oh, you good, man? If there were going to be anything like that, I feel like it should have been established beforehand. But did they say his card got declined or something like that? If they said the card got declined, if the card got declined, I don't see a problem with her putting a card down. But
I don't think they said that.
I thought they said something happened with the card. We might have to review that.
Yeah, review it.
Yeah, we need
I can play it back real quick if y'all want.
Run it back.
So we can have more,
But real quick, Mingo, before you run it back.
Can't believe you more real talk.
Huh?
What?
Oh, there's a lot
said,
of women that say, hey,
girl.
What?
No, it's you guys say you guys have this traditionalism. Well, I'm traditional, so I want to pay for the first couple dates. I want to pay for this date or that date. No, we ain't nobody traditional. Y'all fought to be equal to men. Be equal to men. Pay for it. Pay for the first, second date, or pay for yourself. That's what you fought for. So let it be what it be.
Well, you can call me what you want to, but I use it to pay for all the dates. The only time I let someone pay for a date or something like that, if they say, I want to take you out and I want to pay, they tell me they want to take me out and they want to pay. But most likely I'll end up paying anyway. I don't like getting gifts from people. I don't like you see, because when I pay, I don't look for anything back. She paid and said that she sent him for something for half of it back. And it's like, if you didn't have it, don't agree to pay.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I pay for 2 and you pay for 1 on your own choice, how are you asking me for half and then get disturbed when I say, well, shit, if you're gonna pay, if you want half, then you pay for half of the first 2.
Yeah.
Get disturbed.
Exactly. hey, lemon pepper wings. We don't go on dates.
I'm gonna just say,
lemon pepper wings.
I'm gonna just throw this out there. Now, this might not be applicable to anyone, or it might be to everyone. But my last, let's say, a couple of nights out, I ain't pay for nothing.
You didn't pay for anything?
No, they offered to pay
Did the
every single
cheeks
one of
get clapped though? Chill.
them. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. She paid for the cheeks to be clapped. That's what.
I'm gonna just say
there we
this:
go.
the art of seduction has left the building, fellas. Y'all better.
Wait, chill. Was she a baddie though? Was she a baddie?
You goddamn right.
Okay, rate her from 1 to 10.
Yeah, what's 1 to 10?
Picky.
Wait, no, 1 to 10.
1 to 10. I'm gonna give her an 8. I'm gonna give her an 8.
8.
It's pretty high.
Let's
I'm
describe.
gonna give her about an 8.
Describe.
Why does that matter? Whether she's a 1 or a 10, she paid for the date like she's supposed to.
Yeah.
Well, he
Don't get
clapped,
damn
so I
serious.
wanted to know what.
See,
what
here's the
One
thing.
or not.
that's what I
It's not
wanted to
about that she was supposed to. I would have easily paid for it and willingly, but she chose to because it's something that she wants. Like, look, I'm trying to tell you, man. And this is why I'm trying to tell y'all ladies, man. This is why I tell y'all, leave me the hell alone because I'm dangerous. I am so goddamn dangerous. I don't belong in no relationships. I'm beyond that.
Yeah, we know.
I am
Boy, we know that.
the
I
whole
tell you what,
We know.
I got a scenario. So my wife orders a Louis Vuitton bag. She wanted a smaller one where she could just slide her phone into it or what have you and carry it like with a little wrist strap on it.
Mm-hmm.
So she orders it and it's too damn big, really. It was, just another damn purse. So I said, well, look, she said, well, I said, well, go online and find your size. She said, well, I'll look. And I said, well, it's you picked the wrong size online the first time. So let's just go to the store. We go to the store. We're in there going back and forth with the representative or what have you, just trying to find something. And she found the perfect one for herself. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm about to get some money back. That one cost $500 more. So we standing at the counter, and when she said $500, I'm like, and it's less cow. Why is it more money? But I just made the funny face. So my wife said, oh, do you want me to pay for it? It kind of pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't show it. Huh?
It got you mad that she asked about it?
That she asked you that?
She ain't never paid for nothing else.
Oh.
But at this point in time, she want to choose to pay for something.
$500, I'd have been like, you got that.
So I took offense to it to a certain extent. I mean, it might be petty of me. So I said out loud, I said, well, what else have you paid for? And she was like, oh, so then, I paid for it. I mean, it was just little fun between us or what have you, little trash talking. But so someone trying to throw a card down, if anything goes wrong with my card, it's kind of throwing a little shade to me. Ask me if I need you to pay. Don't just throw your card down like, oh, he don't have any money. And I got a couple cards I can go through,
You know what, Quinn? I agree with you with that. Because here's what a thing that my mother used to always say. And what was so crazy, I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the reasons why my wife is my wife today, when I was broke, we went out. Remember, like, she didn't hand me the money on the table on some, here you go, she literally slid it under the table because she didn't want me to look broke. She didn't want me to look like I didn't have it. So that's something I think that women should put into consideration. That's an old school way of thinking. Now a lot of women would embarrass you and be like, hold up, oh, he broke, I got it, hold up.
No.
Hey, I tell you what, fellas, how many dates have you all been on and things didn't work out between you and the young lady and you say, well, all those dates I took you on, where's my money back for that? Never, right?
Hell no.
Now you're starting to see what I'm talking about.
So why would she say something like that?
I don't think anybody here.
It's very silly. She did say that.
It was
right.
It's already gone.
Yeah.
Listen, this is all super complex, because it goes deeper than just her asking. It's just like women with kids, man. It don't be like our kids. It'd be like mine. You know what I'm saying? So there's different, what I'm saying? There's different avenues. Have you ever heard a woman with her children? She always say, these are my kids. It's never ours. So you got to think about the dynamic. It's the same thing when it comes to, you know, she feeling like, damn, I got robbed, I got played. He stuck me with the bill. Nah, he don't pay for quite a few of them things. You just pay for one, and then you asking for something back is because she feels like, you know, she got stiffed on. You know what I'm saying? And I also in the video, I want to see that chick's baby pictures because she got a very strong face.
My!
Oh, that's Joy Taylor,
the one who was talking. Her face.
Baby pictures.
One that was telling the story.
Because I want to make sure.
That's Joy Taylor.
I want to be.
She tough. She tough, Tia.
Yeah, she definitely tough. But
Yeah,
my
boy, that thing squared, boy. I'm like,
Tia, if you that concerned, you might mess around and you might mess around and mistake one.
Yo, I'll be like, yo, let me see your knuckles.
You dance all up on them, man.
Chill can't move to Atlanta. Don't go to Atlanta, Chill.
Yo, please.
Bad in Atlanta, man. I'm telling you.
But I got a question for the ladies, though. I got a question for the ladies. Let's reverse the roles. Let's say you paid for all the dates and you finally let him clap those cheeks, and after he got it, he was done. How would you feel about that?
I can't even.
What would you think about that guy?
That would never be the situation.
Sad about the money spent. I'll be mad that he's dipping out. Forget the money. He's gone. He's gone. Like
so it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter about the money. You just mad that he left. So why don't you pay for the dates until he leaves, or unless he stays?
I thought that's what you were saying, because you're saying like you're paying for all of this stuff, and then boom, we let him clap the cheeks, and then he's done. I did pay up until he's done because he's gone right now.
Right. So it's the same thing with us. We sitting there paying for all the dinners, and y'all leave and like, oh crap, we'd have paid for all these dinners, the trips, the whole nine. We got no cheeks.
But y'all,
and you out.
Y'all different though, because y'all mad about the money, because it's like I feel like that's a man.
No, we're more so mad because we spent money on a good or service that we did not receive. It's damn near fraud. We're paying money. We're to put down deposits or layaway to get these cheeks, and then we didn't end up getting these cheeks. I'm just trying to listen. All we try to do is get some cheeks. That's it. That's it.
If
so
your
any man to tell you different is a lie.
If your intentions is to get cheeks in the first place, baby, you don't have to take anyone out on a date. There are girls that will do that without all of that.
And that's why Kim Kardashian is winning.
Excuse me?
You ain't winning.
And that's why Kim Kardashian is winning.
She's not winning.
Child,
Is she?
She's winning. She's
Oh, wait.
winning because of
Is
that
she
tape they dropped.
how we get on her?
I'm just saying though, like that's all we're trying to do is ain't nobody trying to be. If a relationship happens, fine. But at the end of the day, ultimately, the underlying fact is we trying to get some booty. And if we paying all this money, we ain't getting no booty. We feel like we just paid for goods and services and didn't get what we paid for. So we feel like it's fraud. So
you know what?
That's what it is. What it is. That's why we like executive escorts. You know, it is what it is.
Honey,
Listen, what you said right there makes a lot of sense. The question would be to women is, do you understand that about men? Like, do you know that initially while we're paying for dates today in modern times, because it's not courting anymore, it's usually for sex. So if the bottom line is that, are y'all okay with that? It usually could turn into something else later on. Y'all are not okay with that?
You're saying what? You said it's usually for sex. Okay with what? The fact that he's doing that just for sex? Like, what do you mean?
So let's bring up the point.
Every man.
If that's what you're doing going into it, then the communication needs to be like, I'm just looking for something physical. I'm not looking for an actual relationship.
Period. Like, be up.
Yes, we can.
Trying to get something else. I really just want the booty in the first place.
All right.
Like,
I'm gonna interject.
We can just skip to that part.
See, this is why I said Professor can't speak for me. I don't want. Look, I rock with him.
You just went on 2 days and got some booty. So what you talking to? So prove me wrong.
Yeah, and I didn't have to pay for anything. They wanted to pay for me.
Right.
The art production. This is why women get over on a lot of
that was her fault.
They know how to.
I feel like the head blinds people more.
Listen, women know how to seduce men. They've always known. Yes, women know how to seduce men. It's very easy to do, and they will always get you over the barrel. The thing is, fellas need to know how to seduce women. All right, that going out, and then on top of this, if the cheeks is all you want, be honest. You will get them a lot faster than not being honest. Trust me.
Thank you, because I respect honesty. That's
I look.
And see,
I let him know.
Either I'm gonna say yeah or no.
I don't believe none of that. I don't believe none of that.
You believe none of what?
Mingo say that.
Listen to what y'all saying right now. That's
Mingo
all
say it's
cap.
cap.
Listen.
What's cap?
Stop the cap.
Oh, keep it real. Keep it real, T. If a man comes to you straight up, and maybe not you, but look at the dating market and how women naturally are sensitive about things. If men go up to women and say, all I want is this, you really feel like women will be like, okay, now I have a choice.
There are some.
They'll start
No,
Not all.
every woman.
There are some.
Some. Let's
So
not,
if I'm
let's
about,
talk about
I'm
the
not about it, I'm
majority.
gonna be like,
The majority.
sorry.
So,
The
all right, I will say this, and this requires a little work. It might be, look, so you have to meet them where they at to communicate with them on that level. Like, look, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. A lot of these chicks, they're already on adults dating sites already. If they're on one, if they're on just the regular one, they're on the nasty ones. And on the nasty ones, that's where you could talk to them like that.
Wait, what you mean?
Adult dating sites. Look, ladies, don't play.
What's
Don't
adult
play.
dating sites?
If any of y'all
Oh, dating
are on
sites,
dating sites right now, let's not front like you ain't on the Ashley Madisons or anything
Sugar
connected to
babies.
that and stuff like that, where you can
Never
go
even
ahead
heard
and
of
get your
those.
cheeks clapped off
Literally.
rip,
You don't need to know about
game
Ashley
plan.
Madison. You married.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I never heard of that. I never heard
Oh
of
yeah.
that.
Oh
Ashley
yeah.
Madison.
Look, these ladies know about this stuff, man. Let's keep it a buck. They ain't stupid.
Talking about.
Please explain because I've never heard of those.
You're
Oh,
just
What
talking
kind of
about.
site, Tim?
Liz, I
Yeah, I
just
live
saw
under a
your
rock.
profile yesterday.
What
You're
kind of
just
site,
referring
Tim?
to dating sites.
Huh?
You're talking about women that.
Adult dating sites. They use, look, if they on one, and this is, and we can pull up an article. We can Google
Online
it.
prostitution.
If they're on one, they're on like 30. They're not just on one, and they're always on the X-rated ones as well.
Who has
Because-
time
What's
for
an
that?
X-rated?
What are you talking about,
That's
online
what's
prostitution?
confusing me because I don't know what you're talking about.
I really
It ain't
don't.
online prostitution. I ain't talking about OnlyFans. I'm talking about just regular dating site. There's one called Fling. There's one called Fling, where you can just go on there. You gotta, Fling. You go on there. You have a profile. It be, man, all types of chicks on there. Got their hoo-ha showing and everything, and you'll have it on there. I want this. I want this and that. I want somebody to come and dust these cheeks
And
off.
those who do are on that site.
Exactly.
I never heard of that shit.
This is real people. Yes.
I didn't even know
But
they
that's
had
why
shit like
that's
that,
why I
bro.
say, like, I don't think that's the average dating market though. I don't feel like the average woman is on those sites. I feel like the average woman is just walking in the street trying to, hopefully a man, a Prince Charming could come and sweep them off their feet. And that's why I say, so if that man comes and just says, yo, listen, I might be your Prince Charming, but I'm trying to clap the cheeks first. Women are not going to want to hear that. Y'all not going to want to hear that. That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's why I say men can't be as honest. Some do, but the majority. So when we look at the average woman, they do not want to hear that from men. Y'all want to be lied to. Y'all want men to tell y'all, this is who I am. Maybe not lie to y'all in a way of like, trying to deceive y'all, but in a way of like, don't come up to me telling me that's your intention first. Wine and dine me, take me out, bring me to Roof Chris. I want to go to State 48, take me to all of that stuff. Lie to me and then tell me that because I'm into you now.
Okay.
Hey, who on here been to State 48?
Huh?
Who on here been to State 48?
I've been there.
I have.
I've been there.
Did y'all take a picture in front of the sign?
Yes. Like
I did not.
we had to. It was trending, okay? Like, but for all some real shit, they got some good food. I'm just saying. They got really good food.
I ain't never
Hey,
had
no,
it.
yeah, like the-
But
What you gonna say, T?
But there's a difference between a guy. Okay, yeah, I know men are turned on by what they see, y'all sexual being. We get it, right? But there's a difference between a man who just wants sex and a man who actually wants a relationship. Okay, whoever he may be pursuing or trying to get to know, he obviously is physically attracted to her, right? And I'm sure he's thought some sexual things in his mind. Okay, yeah, he probably wants to sleep with her, but his overall like end goal is to be in a relationship / marriage, right? As opposed to someone else who just wants sex. They just looking for who they can sleep with real quick. That's it. So that's what I'm saying. There's a difference between that though, Mingo. Like,
yeah, I'm not saying there's not a difference. I'm not saying that men don't ultimately want relationships and family. Ultimately, we want to see if you are more than just that. But we got to keep it real. Like, initially, that's what men think when we first see you. Like, we're not looking at you on some, man, I just want to, make her my wife. Like, that might happen after some time. It might happen after a few dates. But initially, while I'm paying to take you out on those dates is clap cheeks.
I want to deflower you in the worst kind of way. Oh my God.
In the world. Yeah, you stupid.
Indeed.
I'm just saying.
Nerves.
Man.
Yo, Kit, you there?
That is the politest way
I am fixing something on my
that. Kit, where you at? Wait, you
I'm here. Can you hear me? Actually, I'm here. Yeah,
nine times out of 10, when you meet someone, you may want a relationship. Sometimes you don't. But when you find out that you don't want a relationship with that person, it only turns to sex, really. You just get it for as long as you can to a certain extent. Unless you just don't want to be near them.
Yeah, but I feel like that still goes down to communication. Like, I feel like we're adults enough to be like, okay, if I go into this and I'll be like, okay, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for, because usually I think that's usually a question that people ask. Like, oh, what do you want? Where do you think you want this to go, or whatever the situation is? People ask those kind of things. So I'm like, if you're gonna be man enough to be like, I'm not really looking for anything serious right now, which some men do say that, then okay. Then that's up to the woman if she wants to go forward with it or not. But then there are some women who want something deeper that will want the to know that the prospects are that it can go deeper. Yeah. And those are different things, but that's all in communication and all that.
Yeah, but see, sort of what I'm getting at is that yes, we want the relationship, but the ultimate thing we want first is your body. So with that being said, we still want the relationship. We got to get to know you. We have to quote unquote fall in love with you. So we want that, but we want sex first. So we're paying for all these dates to get to know you, but also to get you in bed. So, I'm not gonna come out front and say, hey, I want to have sex with you. I will if that's what I want. But if I want a relationship, I still want sex, but I want the relationship as well. And if the sex is terrible, then the relationship won't happen. So it's not that I'm coming out saying, hey, that's all I want, but that's what men want ultimately is sex up front. So if you guys can't get on the page with that, y'all think that all men just want relationships or whatever. What I'm saying, but if y'all think there are men out there that just want relationships without sex, you're sadly mistaken.
No, I'm sure that they will want sex, but I'm talking about like the upfront. There are some men that will actually, go with getting to know you deeper before. Well, yeah. I mean, they may have more discipline too.
That part.
That's fine. They got all this, but they can lie all they want to. They got lie discipline, dick discipline, whatever. But at the end of the day, they gonna clap them cheeks. I'm listening, Quinn.
Ciao.
Have you ever turned down sex?
I don't know, man.
Sir. There's only one time. There's only one time. I know who the person was. It was in college. And the reason why, I'm sorry about this, but it smelled so bad that I had to come up with 3 excuses to get out of there. And I'm still cool to this day. But I turned down sex one time. But typically I do not. But the pH balance was off.
Yeah,
I had that happen one time where somebody smelled like somebody poured sardine grease on off it.
That part, yes.
Look, there have been several situations that I've been in that I just didn't see it worthwhile. Or I didn't see it turning out right if I had sex with the person. And I mean, like situation. Me and the young lady, we got to know each other and everything. And one night we was about to have sex, and she said, "I just want to let you know that I'm very possessive, and if we have sex, you're mine. We're together." And I don't know.
At least she was honest about it up front.
Exactly.
Right?
I want you, and I got you.
But it's been several occasions where I had to turn it down. It just wasn't worthwhile, and it wouldn't have turned out good.
Oh, yeah, whereas Pusha over there, I want you and I got you.
That's crazy.
Oh, that was a red flag. Good thing you got out of there safe, man. That's just Lord have mercy. That was a red flag. She was telling me right then and there that you was gonna be the father of them kids.
I do have a question though, because I have a question that goes off of what Professor said, because he's been talking about obviously, if the sex wasn't good, then that's something that would happen, and if the sex wasn't good, then it wouldn't turn into a relationship. So, like, He said that. He said if the sex wasn't good,
That's what I
She
said.
said
The
that.
sex ain't good. I gotta go.
yeah.
Yo,
So
that's
that
why
let me finish my question. 'Cause
Go ahead,
I really
Lindsay.
do
Talk
value
your
the
stuff,
answer.
Lindsay.
Chill.
So like I asked this question because I do know there's a bunch of men that I know that like have been in marriages, relationships, and like things that make them upset is like not necessarily the sex is bad, but like they're not getting enough of it in the relationship and the marriage, and like it ultimately it leads to like a unhappy relationship or a broken one. And so like going off of if the sex is bad, like one, do you think if the person is perfect, like they check all your boxes, like they're career oriented or they just check all your boxes and the sex is bad, like are you gonna stick with it and maybe like get better, or you're just like, all right, no, it's not gonna work? Or if then it like, I don't know, I just have that question of like, if the person you think is worth it, do you think the sex could get better and then it could lead to a good relationship if that person is like checking all your boxes, or like do you find it worth it? And then it goes into the relationship part where like, do you feel like that's something that you have to communicate? Like, how often do you need to have it? Like, are you going to like satisfy my needs in like a marriage, and so on and so forth? Like, because I know a lot of marriages are unhappy because either the sex isn't enough, it's potentially not good enough and not getting better. Like, where does that fall?
damn, Lindsay.
So,
That's very specific.
I dropped.
I don't.
hold on. Before we answer that question, I got a super chat. We got a super chat. What up? Truth and reality. Go ahead, D May.
Okay, he says if a man approached you to holla, it started with sexual attraction. This is 100% of the time. It's a man's job to get her and her job to retain him.
1000%.
Facts. So, Lindsay, simplify that question real quick.
I understood it.
No, I got it too. Yeah.
Like, okay, so I guess it's like different parts, right? In Professor's situation, he's gone on a couple dates. The sex was bad. I'm cutting off that line, even if that person is checking all your boxes, right? But that also makes me think about if you're in a relationship or like ultimately marriage. I know marriages that are miserable and or about to like divorce or have divorced because the sex isn't consistent enough, where like the man is not satisfied, woman's not satisfied, whatever the case is. Like, I feel like that's something that should be discussed up front, but like, what is y'all's stance on it?
And I get what you're saying, Lindsay. If she checks all the boxes, there's some work to be done. But there are times when women will withhold sex for whatever reason, as a punishment, as whatever it is. So that's not cool. But right, you do have to have that conversation before you get married about what your sexual appetite is. But as you get older, sometimes sex does wane, but if the man's appetite is still there, it may be a conversation where you're open to him having an outside partner that can fulfill the rest of those needs. So that may have to be something that's approached, because at the end of the day, sex is what it is. But if she's checking all the boxes, she does everything else, she's a 9 out of 10. I'm not sending a Bentley back or a Rolls Royce back for a dent in it. So if we can't work on it, then I'm gonna go on those sites Chill talked about and find me someone to satisfy my every need. I'm gonna be at work a little bit later. And guess what though? You get to do less work. You get to do less work. You gotta lay on your back or be on your knees all for 2 minutes. Well, I just go do it with one of the escorts out of Denver or go to Eros. So I think it is what it is.
This is those wild.
You would hit up hold up. You would hit up an escort, man?
That's what I'm talking about. Wow.
Sir, is today Sunday?
Yes.
There you go.
Wow.
Money's on the table. Money's on the table. Yeah. Okay.
Bro.
No, I mean, if you gotta get your needs met and she ain't meeting them, and you don't want to break up with her, gotta do what you gotta do, or get you a big girl or a chick in the chick protection program that everyone hears about, but no one ever sees. So you got a couple
Chick
options.
protection program.
Yeah, the
Yo,
CPP.
We
he
like
is-
cheat on them. I'm just saying if like
What she's talking about? What?
What'd you say?
It's crazy.
I know exactly what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
chick protection program. There are women out there that all your guys know about because you talk about her, but no one ever sees her. She's in a chick protection. She takes care of your needs. She cooks for you, and then you go home to your wife or your girlfriend or whatever it is. So the I call it a different name, but we on the family show. The chick protection program. It's just like the witness protection program.
Show.
No one knows we are, but people know we are. So chick protection program. Everyone knows about her, but no one ever sees her. She stays in the house. So she could be a 1, she could be a 10. Don't matter, but she in that CPP.
Wow. I see why you.
The ladies, yo, y'all are like, what is going on with Rashid?
I don't know.
Professor out here.
I'm just taking them to school. That's all.
I'm not in that
I want to go to your school.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, guess what?
They assigned to the board because they don't want to
Lindsay.
deal with it.
Hey, Lindsay, let me ask you a question though, Lindsay. At the beginning of each class, what do you get? What does the professor give you? They give you what? A syllabus.
What do you mean? The professor?
They give you a syllabus at the beginning of class, right? Before you start class, they give you a syllabus.
And that's when you could drop the class.
So you can drop the class. So if you ain't with it, drop the class. It's that simple.
I looked at ratemyprofessor.com before I ever signed up for the class, so I was avoiding the syllabus.
Oh, and I still got a 10 out of 10, boo boo.
Oh, with your women, I don't know.
So here's the
check
question.
my class.
So here's the question, right? Here's the question. Who do you think created this hookup culture where Professor could even talk this way? Right? Because before we had to court y'all, we had to do things in order for us to even get that. Now sex is the cheapest thing you can get. In most cases, it's cheaper to get sex than it is to take women out to dinner. So who created this culture?
The argument that is made is like women fought for rights and women fought to like be equal to men. But at the end of the day, we're still not. We still don't get paid the same. We still have to fight against barriers.
Oh, Lindsay.
We're fighting for rights to vote. We were fighting for basic rights. Women to be able to
you
work.
Guys have more rights in the U.S. than the average man.
Well, we fought for the rights.
Average man. We're not talking about the top 1% man. We're talking about the average man. You guys can do anything and get away with it. As opposed to you can do the same crime I do, and I'll get 10 times more punishment than you. On top of that, you guys can get away with lying. You guys can get away with lying about whatever. As opposed to me, you can lie on me and I'm going to go to jail. Then they found out it was a lie and nothing's going to happen to you. On top of that, to talk about equal pay, you guys don't work as much as us. You guys don't work as hard as us. The average job, men are known to do more overtime than women. If we look at hour for hour, women get paid on the average job just as equal.
Do women really want equal rights?
To add to that is like when it comes to like the whole like pay gap thing, because I don't believe in like the gender pay gap. You also have to consider that, you know, when you leave people open to make decisions as far as what they want to, I don't know, like major in or have a career in, typically women, we choose jobs that pay less. That's just kind of like the nature that we have about us. We gravitate to more things like that. And the men have always had other opportunities with physical labor that they would benefit from, you know, financially. But typically women, we choose jobs that pay less. But you also to kind of go deeper into that as well. If you look at like the medical industry, women for the most part dominate that type of industry. So it's like it just depends on what career wise we're talking about when it comes to like a pay gap.
And Lindsay, let's be clear. There are more female CEOs than black CEOs. And to be very anecdotal, my ex got offered a job to make $110,000 a year. She thought it was a mess up. So she went back and said, hey, I think you guys messed up in your offering. They said, yes, we think we did. They offered her $110,000 again, and she still turned it down. So was that their fault or her fault for taking less money? Because she took less money.
Let's go to the do women really want equal rights? I mean, think about this.
Get to
If
right.
if women want equal rights, let's take away domestic violence. Let's take away assault on a female.
DV.
Oh, what? My bad. Shit, I ain't know. I'm new to this. Let's take away. Let's take away assault on a female. Let's take away child support. Let's take away alimony. We'll leave child support because I mean that can go both ways. Let's take away alimony. Let's take away when you go into a marriage, whatever you go in with, you leave with. Let's look at things like the men and women bathrooms. You know, let's just make it one bathroom for everyone. Let's take away men and women sports. Just make it basketball, football, baseball, whatever for everyone. So
gotcha, kid.
What professional league could a woman make it to if it wasn't separated into men and women events? You know.
But
so
to back that, Quint, though, because I believe that we have equal rights. You know, to back that, something that makes that more blatant than ever is, which I don't know if we can talk about it here, but the alphabet community has made their way into stuff like you're saying, women's sports, one bathroom, like completely whipping women, taking away trophies and medals, doing, competing in that sports, and now that they're blurring the lines of being equal. Now we can see the distinction between, well, it actually was equal when, a male fights over here and competes with the males versus the women over here. Now it's mixed up into whatever. And the more dominant figures, that's how I'm gonna identify them. The dominant figures are running people like me into the mud. I mean, and I think it's interesting when you kind of think about this whole, like, oh, we don't have equal rights, and it's like we do, but now you can see what that looks like when we don't, because that's the
right. Real quick, we got two super chats I want to acknowledge. D May, hook it up.
Okay, so Truth and Reality Undefeated says women created hookup culture when they embrace sexual liberation. It's a win for men and a loss for women. More sex for us with no commitment.
Facts. I'm gonna have to agree with that one too.
Yeah.
And we got another one from Truth and Reality Undefeated.
Okay, he says it's 100% illegal to pay a woman less than a man for doing the same job. Stop the lies. It's getting sad. Them little degrees just don't pay like male trades.
Agree with that too.
Agree with that too.
You know what? I want to go back to one thing. I'm sorry I have to jump on and off because I'm still doing a little bit of work. But I want to go back to something that Lindsay said about the about sex as far as during a relationship or how much sex and all that, the conversation with that. And I just want to say my opinion on it. Sex just isn't that important to me to pass up on a woman that has everything else and the sex may not be all there. That's something that if you have the open-minded relationship and if you're very open-minded, you can discuss that with one another and learn how to please one another. But and it may be a little jaded coming from me due to the fact that if I never had sex again in my life, I've had enough. So I guess that may be why I'm saying this as well. But a relationship based on sex, how long is it going to last? Because if a woman see a guy walking down the street doing a cucumber challenge, she'd be all over.
Right. Yeah. Right.
What's the cucumber challenge?
Them
They usually
sweatpants.
take a cucumber and stick it in their pants, and it looks like their male part.
A situation.
Basically.
Well, these women be on them too.
Right.
I don't know.
Married women and
That's
everything. Boy, they be owning, boy.
crazy.
Like I said,
Crazy.
see, you prove my point. You might look this
Oh,
whole
Lord.
bad sex thing, and I didn't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I was in total disagreement. If everybody could read my damn face when Professor said it.
Well, your headlights dim over there.
Look, bad sex. You know what that sounds like to me? Oh my God, somebody that I can just totally dominate and teach her and have her the way I really want. And they love it too. But see, dudes they don't got it, man. They don't got it. That's why it sounds like they whining all the goddamn time, man. Like literally, you can take control. That's a clean canvas for you. Clean canvas. First you got her, she stiff as a board. After you got her, she loose as a noodle. Come on now.
Listen, if she ain't 22 to 27, I ain't teaching her.
Oh, no,
if she ain't in the 30s, if she don't know how to throw it back, then I ain't got time for it.
But that's what I'm talking about as far as having a conversation and learning what the likes and dislikes.
Yeah,
Right.
Man,
Not everybody likes the same thing.
I already know from the music, from the type of shows they be watching, from what they be browsing on Instagram and all that. You already gonna know.
Well,
come on, my booty hole pink and all that stuff, man. You already know it's Flat City.
Well, some people fall victim. Some people fall
booty hole pink.
I don't know booty hole brown and all that. I don't listen to that mess.
Booty hole pink. They do bleach.
Your Instagram photo looks
Get him
like.
sexy. Get him sexy.
So,
Sexy red.
some
She's talking
people-
about her booty hole, whatever.
It's brown, boy.
Listen to that mess.
Yeah, right, brown.
Y'all know it. Let me hear that plan in your vehicle. I already know. I'm coming in for the kill. I'm like an eagle. I'm like a hawk. And my talons is, oh my God. As soon as I hear it.
As soon as they drive by, you're like,
Hey, listen.
You already know.
Exactly.
Always go.
What if they
That's-
listen to Chief Keef because he just dropped his new album and I've been blasting it all week.
Who?
Oh, Chief Keef?
He dropped a new album and I've been blasting it.
better be careful. Chill on his way to you right now.
Right there.
You want to see Chill in Charlotte tomorrow.
Chill's gonna be that bird that shits on your shoulder as you're like walking through the park or with your top
That's
down.
it. Boom. I'm right there on your shoulder. So what we gonna do?
Hell no.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Oh man, but when they playing that sexy red, you pull the charger out and put a neck tattoo on. You Gucci.
No, I'm going just like this, man. Look.
No, you look too clean cut, man. You got like you got to drive the charge or the challenge or one of the
I ain't
three.
gotta do none of that, man. It's all in communication, man.
You been there dropping
it
BBL
requires a
jersey.
certain type of individual. It ain't about the look. See, you thinking about the aesthetics. It ain't nothing about that. See.
Oh no, I'm joking.
Oh, you joking? Now you joking?
I was joking about this. I ain't got no charge or no neck tattoo, man. I'm joking about that. I've been said that.
I'm about to give you some of that black magic, man. I'm gonna tell y'all that black magic is hell of a drug. That's why I need to stay away from relationships, ladies.
Oh, but Jesus!
Y'all on YouTube, if you see me, run away from me. But I be telling them, and they still come to me. I'm dangerous, y'all. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
So I think one thing with you, Chill, you know, you have a charisma about you that I think women like, right? They look at you. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sure.
But I talked to Chill on the side, and like I literally be on the phone with him, and every woman that he walks past, they're saying something to him. It's crazy. So
don't get it twisted. He's a black dude in New Hampshire. Don't get it twisted. He's a black dude in New Hampshire. Let's not get it twisted.
That's what it is. Boom.
Put his
black dude in New Hampshire.
Like a leprechaun.
Right.
Y'all, check this out. So there's a lot of black people out here now, man. I don't know where they came from. They say, "Oh man, we on work visas and stuff like that." I was like, "For real? How long you
from
been
the Caribbean?"
I met a Jamaican
Work
couple,
visas.
man. I met a Jamaican brother today. He was with his wife, man. Beautiful couple, man. He was like, they've been here for 9 years. I was like, I ain't never seen you. Where you been? Where y'all hang out at? He said, oh, we normally shop at Market Basket. I was like, well, I normally shop at Whole Foods. Strange, we met at Walmart. What's up, brother? How you doing? In
the bargain bin aisle, right?
Yo, we exchanged numbers and everything, man. Hey, I was like, man, where y'all hang out? I'm going to shop at Market Basket. He said, that's where all the black folks be at. For real? Yeah.
If you was that excited to meet one, it can't be that many out there.
It really ain't.
Right.
It's not.
'Cause
Look, I'm excited to meet any of them because this is how I get them too. I mean, I shouldn't be telling my secrets, but this is one way. Oh my God, the sisters. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not the only one. And she got,
Man, get the fuck.
and we spark a conversation like that, and then we automatically, it's like trauma bonding. We feel like we the only ones here, so it's like, I don't know, Planet of the
my
Apes. We try to
God.
repopulate. So
It said trauma bonding.
Not
Yo, you stupid.
I'm done,
I
bro.
see we have become very fickle.
Yo, chill. Hold up, chill. You know what it is too? Your face been having that glow lately, man. What you been using?
It's that tinge heavy, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I put it in my facial routine, and I'm trying to tell you, man. Like on my sideburns used to be black as hell, man. I had a patch of razor bumps over there, man. That shit smooth as milk done, man. God damn, boy, that boy look good.
Go ahead and click the link in my description and get 40% off the first order and 20% off a lifetime after. Living proof right there.
Look at the glow
Living
up.
proof.
Like,
T. Shelly, y'all.
It used to be black as hell right there, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. That joint used to look like an oil spill. I'm dead ass, but it's cleared up. My skin tone looking even. The milk is looking beautiful.
Looking like new money.
New money.
Oh man, yo, Kit, what's your thoughts on this, Kit? Get in and out.
Kit been silent.
Out there
you on mute. You on mute, Kit.
Kit was just fixing her camera so it could stop looking crazy. We had to get the things to match up. But
look like Lindsay took over your Wi-Fi problems this week.
I figured out what it was, and now that I've got it fixed, like connection wise, we good out here. We good in these streets. We go out here in nature and whatnot, and making sure that we absorb good vibes. So I'm so not chill. Don't bring no bad ones. You know how that go.
It's working on her too, y'all. You better be glad we ain't in the same area.
Oh,
yeah, you know she got that incredible. She got that incredible edible chill.
I know.
Baby. Oh, baby. I'm not even the problem you need in your life. I bow out. I'm not even the problem you want to have. Like I tell anybody, like I'm not. Look, no, just no.
I think you misunderstood what I said. I don't take nobody's problem. I just do what I do, and I'll leave you right where you at. That's why I'm telling y'all, stay away from me. I'm dangerous.
No, I am the problem. You're not taking a problem. Like, die by. Now, what was you asking me again, Mingo? What do I think about?
So, all right, what's your thoughts? Because I'm gonna put this question back up on the screen because I thought it was good when Lindsay asked it about bringing up about equal pay and things like that where it comes down. I think it's a good topic. So go ahead and read that one more time, T-Man.
Okay. It's 100% illegal to pay a woman less than a man for doing the same job. Stop the lies. It's getting sad. Them little degrees just don't pay like male trades.
What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, let's put a lot of behind that one.
Well, we live in a patriarchal society where patriarchy also runs, the corporate world, even down to the good old boys network. So even though it's illegal, it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. It's the reason why a lot of the times, and I don't know if y'all remember this growing up, when you were filling out that whole self-identify application, they used to say, put choose not to answer or put something else because, depending on who's seeing it and how it's run, if they see that you're Black and they've already made the quota, they still won't hire you for whatever case and reason. So I personally feel like just because it's illegal doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. But we already know that truth and consequences. Wyoming, he like to, throw his dust and bust in there. So I just, let it be said what he says. But I don't particularly feel that it's some farce that's not happening. We know to say that is crazy because we know of white men that get paid more than Black men for the same job. They've even had demographics and studies and statistics done on it. So to say that, because it's illegal, it doesn't happen, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, Look, I've been drinking some good.
Tell, kid.
We can tell. We can tell. We can tell.
I'm out here.
You got a little you got a little marijuana in it too, right?
I'm drunk.
Marijuana.
No, there's no alcohol in this. This is just juice. It's just pineapple lemonade.
Yeah, all right. That's a whole nutcracker right there. So
no, liquor. Like no.
Yeah, when the last time you been on a date, girl? When the last time you been out? When the last time somebody take you on a date?
I was on a date last Thursday.
What y'all do?
And we had a good time, didn't we, kid?
Hold on.
Time. And one time, he ain't bring up Maori not one time when we went out. You better, Professor. Tell him how we do it. Though.
Tia trying to holler.
I'm trying to tell you it was a good time. It was a good time.
I'm about to say, Tia tried to, we always make sure, we had to leave out the equation this time.
She called. I told her I was busy.
We were busy. Thank you very much.
So I mean, my thoughts on that is like, as I agree, if men and women are doing the same exact job, right? Let's say like you have a man that, for instance, we have women employees at my job as well that lift ladders, that do all that. They get paid just like the men, but the problem is they don't advance as fast as men, and the reason why is because they don't choose to go as hard at the job as men because of the type of work that it is. But like MRT said earlier, and she made a very good point when she said that, men and women don't usually on average go for the same jobs, right? So in my male-dominated field, on average, there's not going to be a lot of women workers there. Just like you're not going to see in the medical field a whole bunch of men that's going to be nurses and, you know what I'm saying? You might see more male doctors.
Oh, shit.
But you
They
won't
might not be straight men, but there's a lot of men in there.
and also,
hey, let's keep the rainbow community out of this, all right, man?
Yeah,
just being honest. Just being honest. I put it to you like this. When you look at it, right? We're constantly comparing the we can't compare women equality to people of color's equality. You lose a lot of context when you do that. So we know that things have been we've been differentiated against. So when we're talking about male, female, bringing in black and people of color, it doesn't help the conversation out because it doesn't compare. But when you look at the male-female ratio, she was right. They do pick the jobs that pay less. GMT, was right. You were right. It's a lot of hours missed. Particularly overtime. When if you look at our job, when the guys, when they volunteer for overtime, a lot of times the women don't volunteer for as much overtime. And also, women tend to want to go into other fields. This is just what I see, my opinion. I'm not saying this is the absolute truth, but when women say we're not equally paid or have the equal opportunity, they want to be the CEO, the VP. It's like they want to skip all the ground level work to build up to that. When you like we got, people in high places that couldn't even change a connector on the cable. All the stuff that we went through, going up through the steps of getting to the higher ranks. But they want to start at the higher ranks and they want to compete there. And that's where you're going to have your problems, because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to jump in a company and just jump up, in upper leadership, in upper management.
And I want to jump in on that. And look, her comment, and what's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. You want to know why? All right, see, ladies, I got to give y'all the pat on the back real quick. I'm about to give y'all a shout out right now. I'm on y'all side right now. There's nothing wrong with it, because women do understand power more so than men. Right now, I see women, they understand like hell. if I get in good with so and so who's already at the top, he will propel me up to the top. They know how to utilize their skill set, which is how to get close to people. They know how to be seductive. They know how to do that. They know how to. Some of them do. I ain't gonna say all of them, but women understand that. Shit. All they gotta do is look good, smell good. Man, brain would shut the hell off. So they can skip a lot of bullshit that we got to go through. That's the gift of being a woman. And another thing is they just, like I said, they're just prone to understand how power works. That's what kind of annoys me a little bit, is the fact that they do know how it works and they know how to utilize it. But when I'm talking to other men my age and younger, they have no effing clue, and it annoys me. I'm like, God damn, women understand how to utilize and form it to Voidtron on your ass, but you sit up here complaining on the internet like a fool.
But even if they did know how to power work, it wouldn't work for them mostly.
It's for
because
some,
because they're not the group that's being, that feel like they're being wrong.
Huh? Wait, what?
I said even if you said the men don't know the how to utilize the power or to get in these positions or what have you, a lot of times it wouldn't work for them because they're not going in there with the situation of they're being the one that's wrong. A lot of women are. You don't get what the hell I'm saying? I'm speaking English.
I know, man, but you lost me, man. I'm like, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
You're saying that you said that it disturbs you that women. You said it disturbs you that women know how those power dynamics, as you say, right?
Yes, women.
And a lot of men don't.
They know, and a lot of men don't.
But it wouldn't work out the same for the men as it would the women.
Well, wrong. Here's the thing. So we both utilize power in a different way. Me, how I climb up the ladder at, let's just say, any job I go into, I can't do the same tactics that women do. That'd be foolish. I'm not an attractive, slim, trim. I'm not a more real talk. I mean, I got butterfly skin. I'm saying I'm not you. I can't use the assets that you have to win over my superiors, the higher ups of my job. I have to use intellect. I have to use strategic moves, almost like mental control, almost like seduction. I have to be very strategic in what I do, who not to piss off, and who I can literally step on. That's how men climb up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? See, it's different. Women.
How about hard work?
Huh? I got that too, but it ain't just about hard work. When you just do hard work and you have no mental capabilities, you just gonna be just that, a hard worker. That's it.
So are you saying that women that are in positions of power used or like seduced whoever they had to get to that point?
It's more than just seduction, but they had to use a form of seduction. Not only that, they had to play a role to gain that person's trust. Not only that, they had to get a mentor too. This is how that game works. I'm living it right now. I'm seeing it as it happens. How women utilize their not only sexuality, but their intellect as well as a form of power to get what it is that they really want. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just I hate when my fellas are complaining about it because they lack the ability to do so for themselves as well.
So you think the guys can use that same sexuality?
only if they work for Diddy, allegedly.
Yeah, guys. So guys can use seduction.
That's crazy.
Women, not men, man.
Allegedly.
You can seduce. You can use that same tactic, like seduction, to seduce women. That's how.
So how many women in upper management in your job?
Huh?
How many women in upper management in your job?
Shoot, we have a.
See, we don't see many. Not in my field. Where in my department, we don't see many.
Right.
On my side, we got a couple.
It's not that many, but we have 3 in upper management where I'm at. Not in my area. We don't have any women supervisors in my area. I'm responsible for the dry side, which is the warehouse side. But on the production side, there are quite a few in management. Some got there by nepotism. I got to be honest, because no offense, ladies, some of them just are dumb as a box of rocks. They don't know what the hell is going on, but they are very gorgeous. I'm just gonna say that they are gorgeous.
You know what I see a lot. I see when women work as hard as men, and they make it very far. They tend to burn out a lot quicker.
They do.
So it's almost like they get there, They make it to CEO status or whatever, but then they burn out very fast as to where if a man held that same position, he could hold it until his contract is over. But I see that happen often.
Right.
Often.
And we can look at the White House and see what using sex appeal gets you with Kamala Harris. But
sex appeal?
Where the hell the sex appeal at?
Where the sex appeal at? What you talking about? Kamala Harris.
Sorry,
she slept. Allegedly, she slept her way to the White House. But
she
anyway,
definitely did. Sweet Willie Brown.
I can use allegedly. But
and
Biden?
No, not Biden. She slept her way all the way through LA
beforehand.
And a few other people.
Oh.
So, but no, and then those same women that get burnt out are the same women that are complaining that they can't find a man in their tax bracket. So at the end of the day, those women are still looking for dudes as well. They're burning out because they're not getting laid. But if they got clap cheek, the cheeks out, they may be all right. But no, go ahead, Quint.
Think about this: a male that knows his stuff, that's a genius. How do people huh?
I said, I feel like you're about to touch me, man. Put your hands down. Big ass hands. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So now you got a male that's damn near a genius that knows everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got a male that got to that position, just brown nosing or what have you, that don't know much. Then you got a female that knows her stuff and another female that don't know as much. Do you know how differently they are treated?
Yeah.
In the workplace?
Yeah.
The man who know his stuff, that'll put you in your place real quick, that talk junk, he's highly admired. The one who's a dummy, they can't stand him. He don't know anything. He don't know more than me. But a female that knows her stuff, that'll put you in your place, they can't stand her guts.
Yeah.
She a B word.
But the one that don't know nothing, don't know anything, they love her to death. They walk around smiling and all that. That's all she do.
That's straight facts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Gotta put certified check mark on that. And we need to give we gotta get Clint a plaque for that. I'm gonna get you a plaque.
MRT certified.
MRT certified.
Yeah.
Put some hands on you.
Right.
That's true.
Yo, what's so crazy is, right, I was watching this YouTuber. I forgot her name though, but she got really big in the game. And I'm talking about she put in more work than most men put in work. To the point where she became a multi-millionaire. She was hiring people. She had a whole team backing her. She did that for roughly 2 years and burnt all the way out. She couldn't do it no more. To the point where she had to take a year off. All of her employees got fired. They was really relying on her and her business.
Ouch.
She couldn't do it. She got burnt out. So, but yet you see men that's working, doing the same thing as her, day in, day out, not sleeping, trying their best to, make it to the top. And when they make it, they don't stop. So my question to the women is this. Do y'all feel as if it's okay for the average woman to aspire to be those things and not try their best to aspire to, because essentially what she wanted to be was a wife. So now she wants to have a kid. But a lot of people relied on her. They relied on her career to pay their bills. Now she's burnt out. People got to find new jobs now. What do y'all think about that? I don't know all the answers at once now.
It makes me think about it's talked about often how men are providers, right? They have the mentality to provide for their women, and women, are the upbringers and the caretakers. And I wonder if that plays a big part on it, like just your mentality and your mental strength in those aspects, right? Because as a man, like your whole purpose is to provide for your woman or your family, or to keep going, to put food on the table, a roof over your head. Whereas women, we're projected to think that our purpose is to bear children and to take care of. So I wonder if that plays a part in it.
You said projected to think that. What do you mean by that?
Like, no, I'm just saying not all women like want to have families for whatever, reason it is. They don't want to have kids. Like, they don't mind being a caretaker, but they don't want to have their own children. Or they might have a career oriented mindset. Like there's always those like outliers, but society would make us think or condition us to think that women are to grow up and have children and to get married and to be the caretakers, whereas men societally are to be the providers.
So you basically, when it comes to men, are you saying that most men, because the way you worded that was a man's purpose is to be a protector and provider, but a woman's purpose is projected to be that. So do you think society placed that on men as well, or do you think it's a biological thing for women to want to be that way for the most part?
I mean, I would say both biological and societal. Like, forgive my choice of words, but I think society, we do have the stereotypical male role and female role, but everybody has the outlier. Not every man wants to be the provider. Some men, I do know stay-at-home dads, and the women are the providers in that sense. So, but I mean, I was just saying mentality wise, if you're conditioned as a man to grow up and to provide for, like you go into a career working hard to provide, and then you don't let the burnout take over because, your purpose is to provide for others and to protect for your family. So I wonder.
No, I agree. I'm agreeing with you 100%. I do feel like it, but I lean more towards it is our purpose. So like men feel that way because that's how overall it's supposed to be. I feel like the men that don't think that way are the outliers, right? So they're the ones that's like, they're not going to be the average guy. The average guy will work hard, do what he has to do to protect and provide for his family. But as well, I don't think it's a societal thing for women to feel as if being a mom and a wife or wanting to say a family is what I want. I think innately women feel that way because it's a biological thing as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't think women were conditioned to be that way, more or less, because some women work so hard, then they turn 40 and now they're like, man, I didn't have no kids. I don't have a husband. I don't have nothing. What was it all worth? Meanwhile, they're living on a mansion on a hill somewhere, making millions of dollars. But that purpose that they feel inside of being a mother and a wife is not fulfilled, and it probably will never get fulfilled, to the point where women are getting on antidepressants more now than ever because of that feeling of I didn't create what I was supposed to in life.
But I think, Mingo, like if I definitely see what y'all are saying, but I think it would also back the point that I've heard more so, like, throughout our discussions, is that, there's not enough men to go around. Either you're going to settle or you're just not going to have one at all. So I feel like, no.
Come on, T. There's more than enough men to go around.
No, but that's what y'all be saying. No, y'all be saying.
Who be saying?
Y'all be saying as far as like maybe the type of man you want, you probably won't get.
Exactly.
Therefore, you have to settle for
whatever. I agree with that.
Whatever.
It's not settling though. It's not settling.
It would be, because if it's not what you want, then you need to settle for whatever is less than that. And that's just the way it is. You have to backtrack. If you're aiming for up here, but really it's down here, that means you have to come down here and you got to settle. So, but what I'm saying is that I think, like, it is an innate feeling that women, we want to have kids or whatever, y'all, that whole conversation. But me personally, I think that they're as valuable as that is and meaningful and fulfilling that is. I do feel like that there are other purposes outside of that you can fulfill. Life is a funny thing. Sometimes the things that you want, you're not going to get. So, you know what I'm saying? Just that's just my perspective. So I feel like sometimes whatever it is, like if you're working hard at a career, like, well, I don't know what lady it is that you're talking about that you said is, she's famous now for pursuing her career. Maybe that's what she was meant to do. Maybe that was literally her pathway. Maybe that's what was written for her to do. And it had nothing to do with family and all that stuff. But you still feel that because, like you're saying, it's a biological thing. But what about the other purposes that she fulfilled as far as a business or other careers that people pursue? Sometimes that's just who you are.
I want to touch on that, right? I mean, because of course this is not facts. This is 100% just the way I feel, right? My personal opinion about this thing is, I don't think anyone has something written in the sky for them to do, right? I believe you find what you like doing, you work hard, you get good at it, and you make it happen, right? But because there's some, and then you accomplish it, just like you could accomplish 5 different things before you pass, right? Because you found 5 different things throughout your lifetime that you worked hard at, and you put your all into it and got good at it and made it happen. No one's saying that the only purpose for a woman in life is to be a mother and to bear children. But we all do know that when a woman gets older, right? Because right now you're still young, right? And you didn't procreate yet. You don't have a child yet. But if that goes on and you hit 45, 50, you can look at what the average woman is saying, because it's all over. The average woman is saying like, yo, man, I wish I would have put less on my career and more into family, right? Because when we say purpose, if we look at the Bible, what did God put you here for? Be fruitful and multiply. So if you're not doing that, essentially you're not even fulfilling the Bible's purpose for you. You're just doing what you want to do. But I think it all comes down the line when you're young and now you're conditioned to feel that way. But then when you listen to an older couple, right, that you talk to an old wife and she's been married for years, and maybe even her husband may have passed on, she would say, yo, there was nothing more important to me than having these children. There was nothing more important to me than being a mother and a wife and having that husband. Women end up saying that in their older years, that had the opportunity to actually experience it. I'm gonna land my plane right there. So he said, what about Oprah and Mary J. Blige? Yeah, those are career women. Do Mary J. got kids?
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, no.
She don't got kids?
She has stepkids. She has stepkids.
And Mary J. Blige right now, man, on listen to her new music. She complaining. she got to keep churning out them hits just to pay that alimony.
Right, exactly.
But
so and those are 100% women that, like we say, it's not going to be all, right. It's never all. It's never going to be all women feel this way. That we can't talk that way, right? So Oprah, she lived how she wanted to live. She became very successful at the work she put in. Oprah worked as harder than most men to be a billionaire, right? So she's in a different category. So then now, like,
is she though?
Maybe and well, when I say a different category,
no, well, I mean, as in to say, look at it. If you want to look at even the psych side, why do you think she feels the need of being the mother of so many like schools that she built in Africa? It's like a need like an innate need that she has that she's trying to fulfill in different ways. If you really think about it.
Yeah, she's no.
If Oprah didn't have that money, if Oprah didn't have that money, ain't too many men be trying to put a baby in her.
Stedman.
No, well, if she didn't have that money, Stedman wouldn't give her the time of day. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. I think a lot of women. I think a lot of women think they're higher than they actually are because men always holler at them trying to get sex from them. So when they have all these guys trying to holler at them to get sex from them, and they can sleep with a 8 or a 9 or what have you from time to time. They feel like that's what they deserve, or that's what they should have. And the guys that's are 6s or 5s or 4s, they're not good enough for them. In all actuality, the women are actually 3, 4s, and 5s. And just because men give them that time of day, they feel so much higher about themselves that the guys that they deserve to be with, they're too good for them. So now let's look at Oprah's situation. You know, people say that the Illuminati says that she can't have kids and so on and so forth. If you believe in that, but
she old, man, she can't have kids because them eggs.
No, well, she wasn't always old. She wasn't always old.
I mean, Whoopi Goldberg had kids. So, I mean, Oprah could have got somebody.
You know, I mean, y'all see Oprah, man. Them guys weren't talking about hollering at Oprah when she was on the news in Chicago.
Yeah, because you know, I'm gonna be honest, man. Look, Oprah put herself in a category to where, you know, all her competition were, you know, white men. All right, there were no black dudes in her circle. All right, I don't know. And then she had Stedman. Man, truth be told, I don't even think she dragged that dude around like a pet. Okay. All right. She dragged that dude like a little pet. Come here, little lassie. You come right here with me. And then she ain't trying out no kids. It's what it is. Man, let's just
when you talk, Chill, and the way Kid face be looking when you talk, Kid just be like, oh.
Hey, he's the one that controlled that situation. Yeah, he's the one that controlled that situation. And if it was up to her, they'd be married.
Right.
Nah. If it was up to him, if it was up to her, no, it was up to her, they would be married. Wait a minute, hold on.
Man, Oprah his side piece.
It's Oprah. Oprah don't want to be married to him.
Yeah,
she's
Oprah
the one that's like,
Oprah is Stedman's side piece.
Nah,
Gail is the main dude. Allegedly.
That's what I'm assuming. I don't know because I don't want to be like no gossiping ass dude. But
do you think Stedman couldn't do any better than Oprah?
He could, but not with that money.
No.
See, you're talking about money.
No,
if Oprah walks in a club, no one knows her. Would Stedman talk to her?
All right. So.
All right, my ass. That's a yes or no.
I don't know Stedman all the way there either.
The money, I don't know. Because what is Stedman known for right now? What is he doing? What's his status? That man ain't got
He's supposed to be a high power. He's supposed to be an attorney, right? Or something like that. What is he?
Look, you don't even know what he do.
Don't nobody even know. That's what I'm talking about. He has.
I know he wouldn't have done Oprah had she been broke.
All right, so we only know of Stedman through Oprah. So what that means is his status of what we know is only attached to her. The moment he loses her, he's a nobody. He's the best. She is the best he could do.
There's plenty of millionaires that we don't know.
I'm just telling you, man. Look, the laws of power dynamics don't lie.
Open your eyes, man. Open your eyes.
They open. Them Jones wide open, man. Them Jones cocked like a pistol right now.
And to Kirsten, Kirsten put up a thing, said there's a lot of old players in the nursing homes. Well, 64% of women are in nursing homes. So I don't know what old players you're talking about. It's 36% of men, so they out there still playing. That's why AIDS was one of the highest population is old people in nursing homes. So
she should have brought out the sleeve and everything. She done.
I thought it was retirement community.
Yeah, they have the highest. They have like one of the highest age rates in retirement communities.
They be getting down in the retirement communities.
Those old players, it's 2-1, and they getting down with the get down. They clapping cheeks. And they ain't got to pay for no.
I heard them nursing homes be the nastiest places you could be at with these people just everybody in there clapping cheeks.
Hey, just
so much bag on the floor, you fall on.
Lemon pepper wings. We don't go on dates.
Ain't nothing to lose. What they gotta lose?
Look, the women ain't got no man. They worked their whole life. They got burned out. They had no companion. Their dog done died, and now they got a man in there. They finally got a man at 65 years old. Come on, Cletus. Come on over here. Come on,
yo, Quinn. How many old women you get hit on when you go in their houses? When you was a technician back
when I used to go in their houses.
Yeah,
when I used to go in their houses.
You know how much old women be hitting on us? I still get hit on
You
my old women. I
married?
walk in their house, they be like, "Yeah, you married? Oh my god!" What I would do with
Are
you if
you
I was
married?
married?
Oh, I just baked the pie, baby. You won't show them. You can sit down for a little bit, get some of this pie.
I'm saying,
Them old men take so much Viagra, their tongue be blue.
I'm trying to tell you, they got one stuck in their throat, had a stiff neck for a minute.
Oh man. But look,
They be popping Viagra and Cialis.
fellas, he ain't never lied, man. Look, and it ain't just the older ladies. I mean, it's the 30s, 40s, 50s, 20s. It don't matter. Right now, they just, man, them ladies throwing that thing like a baseball, man. If you that dude and you understand what the game is, you out there to catch it. I'm just trying to tell you, man. At first, the fellas was starving. I used to always say this, man. Y'all dudes out here starving, man. Starving like Marvin. But right now, the ladies starving. And if you catch them on that right moment, I'm trying to tell y'all. Flip them
Exactly.
You know what it was with the men. What I see, while we used to be starving the way we were starving. By the way, yo, I love your background. I love them lights behind you, MRT.
Oh,
But
thank you.
I'm watching it. I'm like, yo, I see it going. Like, I'm like, ooh, all right. But
there you go.
So why I'm seeing that as far as men back in the days, we had a lot of baby face, right? We had that. I'll pay your rent. I'll buy your clothes. Yo, listen, we had boys. Nah, I can't sing. We had Boys to Men. We had all of those singers that was telling men the type of man that women want. So we was trying to live up to that. You know what I'm saying? We was trying to be those dudes. Now we got the internet where men are like, yo, son, stop being a simp. Stop being a simp. Right. You got the older men talking to younger men and saying like, yo, I made a mistake spending my whole life chasing women and living on their purpose and not living about my purpose. So you, young man, need to live on your purpose. Then Kevin Samuels came in the building. And a lot of young men, listen, even older men was like, yo, you know what? You're right. I should have been doing that since I was young. Why I wasn't doing that? Why I was spending my time living on women's purpose and then they cheat on me for a man that's making more money than me. So, Lindsay, you inside now. Yo, Lindsay, you are confused.
I need you to figure she going inside, outside.
Hold on, man.
AC working is not working. What's going on over there, Lindsay?
No, we've been doing
You over there
work on my road, and the people digging just keep cutting the AT&T line, so it just dropped. So, but it's working again.
I got you.
It's all about
I
that
think I
spectrum.
had internet problems. That's what happened. I've been fine until you said something.
I know.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we wasn't really living on our purpose like that. You know what I'm saying? Like men did a lot to be on some like, oh, hold up. Here we go. My man ain't got no basement.
What up, though, Hank?
What?
Yo.
Where did that come from?
Right. Where did that come from?
He has a propensity to like them white women.
Well, y'all, some.
I'm like chocolate. Thank you very
Oh
much.
man.
You white chocolate. My ass. You like strawberry covered white chocolate.
Wait.
What?
So she said she like white chocolate. I said she's strawberry covered white chocolate. She
I'm
got red hair.
redheaded. I am not redheaded.
I can't tell, man. The way your camera set up.
No,
where the internet working.
blonde. It's just, it's got a gold.
Hold on, you said it's blonde?
Yeah.
Man, look.
Really?
The tattoo on her arm should tell you what type of men she likes. She likes the old
Charger neck tattoo.
No,
I want to hear this.
She like the white man with the thick beard.
You want to know what kind of men
I don't
Lindsay
like beards at all, actually.
That's the type of man Lindsay likes.
Stereotype me some more.
Hold on. You like clean cut dudes, Lindsay?
They're Negro Damas.
I don't like if you're hairy.
What?
No.
It's called the flavor saver because after never mind. Anyway.
I know what you mean, Lindsay.
Keep it to yourself. That's gross. Like, I mean, keep it trimmed. I don't want like big scraggly. No.
All right, so not big.
Hold up. A man with a beard like Professor, that's too much.
It's a little long for me. Yeah.
That's what they usually say.
No. Wow.
Oh,
It's all right.
Hey,
It's all right. Whatever,
Oh
you know.
my God.
Listen, when I got the flavors up in here, it's cool, you know.
yeah, but you're gonna
Come on.
turn around and start smelling like that girl that you turned down not that long ago.
Oh
Smell
no,
like
sweetheart.
all them flavors
I
in
mean,
there.
I mean, unless
Flavors
you're
start
smelling like that,
falling.
Lindsay, then I won't have that problem.
You're not gonna be going down there to keep be saving any flavors. I'm just
She
saying
over
you
there,
want to
she over there
reserve
stuttering
them.
and everything. She
They're
can't say
going to,
a whole
Damn.
sentence. She stuttering like a
you
motherfucker.
Talk
reserve
yourself
flavors
out
that
of it.
stink.
Jess,
All right.
Lindsay, your turn.
Lindsay,
Lindsay, why you done
All
turn
right.
so red? What's going on, Lindsay? What's
I
up?
am pink. Like I am. I'm white. Hot in here.
Lindsay.
Don't be coming for
Lindsay.
Lindsay now.
I
I'm
got
saying, Lindsay,
burned yesterday.
I'm just saying, can we talk for a minute?
Since when?
Oh, okay. We quoting lyrics now.
Tevin Campbell, that's right. She
Tevin
over there turning
Campbell.
red.
Tevin
She can't
Campbell.
speak straight. Talk about her hair blonde when it's fucking red. I don't know what's going on with
Her
this
hair
lady
is
over
not
here.
red, fool.
Internet
It's
ain't
not
working. She talk
red.
about
I
AT&T.
talk too
You need to get
fast.
Spectrum.
I have a stutter. You know, I can't help
You
it.
like basketball players that
I
drive
do like
Chargers. It's
basketball
cool.
players.
She love basketball players
She
that
love
drive
ball
Chargers.
players.
Not
Yo,
no.
you stupid.
I was a
Yo.
Division III basketball
But
player.
you
I
like
coach
basketball
basketball.
players. Why are we?
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
know.
Lindsay.
I don't
You don't
know.
need a
What's
charger.
going on here? What
I
is
Lemon
don't
pepper
going?
know.
wings. We don't go on dates.
I put
just listening.
Lindsay
Why do I not go
next to
on dates?
Quint for a
I saw
reason.
that. I saw that.
I put them next to each other
man.
for a reason.
Y'all
They
are
don't
Yeah,
know.
Jesus.
if I could just say,
Smiling.
for the
Hard as hell.
record,
Can she
I just
cook
want-
barbecue chicken and cookies?
for the
Don't
record,
hate.
I just want to say that me and Jess have just been well behaved and mannered like this entire
Yeah,
time.
y'all.
And I
Y'all
just
are
want to put that on the
well-behaved.
record because y'all be coming for us like super tight, and I see you, Jess. You just over here, letting them do the crazy fuckery in which they always do. And I just want to shout you out, girl. I see you, girl. I just wanna say that. Just put
Thank
that
you.
Jess is like
Down.
Jess over there with them pearly whites, boy. She like, yeah,
Got
I
that
ain't
I'll
saying
tell
Colgate
you.
smile. God damn it.
that Colgate smile, boy.
Hair on fleek.
Yeah.
I don't say fleek no more.
You know what I'm saying?
Hair beat,
Mm-mm-mm.
All right. So what's
Yeah.
next? What's next, y'all? Where we at?
Yo, so here's the thing, right? Back to real quick about the topic with women spending money on men, right? I really want to dig into that. Let me play something for y'all real quick.
All right.
If
They
that
love
woman
spending
that's
money on
spending
me.
money on you,
She don't like you.
she don't like you like that. If you're the only one spending money every time y'all go out, that woman don't like you like that. If every time you all go out to eat, you always pay for the bill, you always leave a tip, and she never offers to pay the bill or to even just leave the tip, she definitely doesn't like you like that. She's definitely a self person. And baby, if you were to go broke, she'd definitely probably leave your ass.
And I agree with her. I
Yep.
agree with her 150%. Because I do believe whatever a woman spends her money on is truly what she's into. So if a woman is out here, hold up, we got my guy Quest. He's connected. If a woman is spending her money on you, she's really into you. But when she's like, yo, I'm not going to help you with a bill. I'm not going to help you with nothing. You got to pay for everything. Leave her alone, son. That's my personal opinion. Quint, you look like you feel a little different on that one.
I wanted to say something, but I can't.
That's why I put Lindsay next to you, man. Go ahead and tell
Hey,
me.
if you give them the opportunity to offer, sometimes we don't give them the opportunity to offer.
Quest, what up, man?
How many times have you been out and just left it open for them to offer? What's up, bro?
Salute. What's okay?
All right.
What's going on? Yeah, so you saying about the opportunity to
Quint?
offer?
I'm doing all right, bro. Quest and Quint. Y'all finna catch it.
Boston Red Sox all day.
Boston Red Sox. Man.
I mean, how often do they get the opportunity to offer on dates and stuff like that?
All the time.
Every time I take them out.
All the
Well, it don't even have to be an opportunity to offer, right? Let's just say it's something as simple as like you pull up at the gas station and she's like, yo, let me put gas in the car this time because you always picking me up.
Man, anybody even put no goddamn, excuse me. I ain't gonna let no woman put gas in my car.
No,
You might not need, you might not need it,
gas.
but you might not need it, but the offer, right? Or let's just say she borrows your car and you like, yo, she comes back, yo, I filled up the tank.
Yeah, that's
How many
fine.
women do that?
But I mean,
right.
I mean, quite a few. I mean, you know, most women that I've dated, they, you know, at some point in time, they say, you know, well, you always pay. Let me take you out. Let me pay this time or what have you. But I mean, if we're going out, we're sitting at the table. I don't expect them to say, you want me to pay this time? Or so on and so forth. I mean, you know, sometimes they offer to pay or whatever, but I mean, what she said is true, but I just don't leave that opportunity too much.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just say this: the trick is when they say you want me to pay, that's a trick, fellas. They playing on your ego as a man. They know if they ask you that, you're gonna feel some sort of way. You're gonna be like, oh no. See, that's why I said seduction works, man. Seduction is a powerful tool because see, she ain't gonna ask you, do you want me to pay? She just does it. What's gonna happen tonight? She gonna pay for my shit tonight. We're gonna drink all night. Probably go to the dispensary, do all kinds of things. Then I'm gonna flip them draws, y'all. I'm sorry.
Your tongue blue.
I
think that went over his head.
Yeah, because I don't use them. That's why.
Yo, the day that I would ever have to think about doing that, man, just sign me up for a nursing home. I'm good, kid.
I know, right?
Throw me in a wheelchair.
Listen, I gotta supply them and them and the yellow ones.
Yo.
Damn.
What the problem
You
is?
need that much reinforcement?
I don't need no reinforcement. I'm just saying I like to have it when it's ready. It's like Skittles.
No, it's not.
It's like Skittles.
That's wild, man.
I'm scared of them.
Yeah,
be all right. Be all right. If it lasts longer than 4 hours,
I'm scared, but my go tickle go.
Yeah, I had a heart attack. But I'm gonna just stick with CMOS. CMOS will make sure you'll never mess up a pH balance.
Hey,
wrap mine in
one of my
CMOS.
homeboy took one. He said you do a chin up on it, man.
I'm trying to tell you, you can hang dry cleaning off that boat. I'm trying to tell you, boy, just sit there.
My God.
My homeboy tried to get me to take one. He said, boy, he took one. He said, you do a chin up on it, man. I'm telling you.
I don't think I think those things got, you know what I'm saying, some harmful, you know, effects. So that's why I would never. If my thing ain't working naturally, I guess I got to hang up the hat. But
hang it up, yo.
That's what they all say.
I'm not there, so I don't know. If I have to hang it up, I don't know, man.
That's what they all say.
You take one, somebody gonna be hanging something up. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be there.
Damn.
More real talk. It's that stare that you do. It's that
right.
Hey.
Yes, Lord.
I'm just listening to all.
Mess around that soldier don't salute. You mess around that soldier don't salute. You be looking for answers.
I legit had a message about MRT the other day. Somebody was like, yo, somebody hit me up and was like, yo, she is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Oh.
I was like, go follow her
Put
channel.
on your dating
site. Subscribe.
He's like,
put on the dating site.
Huh?
I gotta start looking at the comments.
Put it on the dating site.
No.
Do
not put her on a dating site. All she gonna get is the same old. Don't do it.
Listen, not on my dating site, man.
Oh, no.
You might find a man her dream.
Not on mine. My dating
site.
site.
We ain't talking about the ones we ain't talking about dating sites you like, Tia.
It's gonna be real genuine love y'all gonna find on Meet to Marry y'all.
Time out.
As a matter of fact, check this out. sign the hell up for me to marry y'all.
They
Sign
can't stop
up.
walking.
I want to clarify.
Huh?
that. All right.
Why they
I
can't
wanna
stop
clarify
walking?
what you just said, man. Listen, check this out, man. And I got a critique. I love that commercial, by the way. I love that commercial. It's so dope,
Appreciate
man. I
you.
love it. I love it.
Appreciate you.
Also,
We saw somebody familiar looking nice in there.
and look,
That
I
was,
know.
now
that
sign
was
up for that
just
show.
justified and
Was
professor.
bad.
Yeah. I look. I
Had the hair
definitely
flowing.
sign up for that show. I think you'll find somebody on there. That one I vouch for, but they naps, no, ew. And one critique, just I don't want to ever see you wearing flats no more. No more flats. Heels only. All right. There you go.
Stay out of my closet.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I could wear whatever I want to wear. Stay out of my closet. That would be for the entire world to say. Thank you.
Heels. So they can accentuate your calf.
Stay out of my closet. I wear heels all the time, actually, but
oh, good.
You will never know.
Trust.
Just know
But
she
no more
worked
flats.
real hard to find some nice words for you just then.
Stay out my closet. So what's going on, Quest? How you doing, brother? What's going on, man?
Oh, there you go.
Are you still on mute, my guy?
I'm mute.
So
Let me get you.
Man, I'm in the building,
Here we
man.
go.
Just sitting here listening for right now.
All right, all right. Did you catch a drift
I'm
of
off
what we
now?
was talking about earlier? I think you got a delay, my brother.
I didn't, man. This internet is tripping.
Everybody internet been tripping lately.
You and Lindsay, y'all share the same Wi-Fi.
I swear.
Y'all on the same
Y'all
band.
look
Y'all on
rowdy
the
as
same
hell.
bandwidth going on out here.
Sucks, man. Y'all.
Hey, man, we've been having these conversations, man.
I need AT&T to get it together.
Hell yeah. You damn sure
That
do.
used to be the complaint. AT&T.
Oh, for sure.
All right. So look, man, we've been doing this for quite a few episodes, y'all. We feel like family. We're feeling like family, right? So can I just be real about something? These conversations actually resonated with anyone? Has anyone taken any bit of advice that they possibly gotten and applied it to their life in any way, shape, or form that they could possibly bring back and report back to us right here, right now?
Not from you.
More real talk. She quick. She like, hell no, I ain't listening to none of y'all. Savage.
So hold on. Out of all of these conversations, MRT, you don't feel like you learned anything from them?
I mean, I'd probably have to like go back and think about it and write it down, but it wasn't anything that was profound.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we need to work harder, y'all.
Oh yeah, we got to work harder. I got to come back.
Like, it's just the pictures and stuff that's been created for like how marriage is supposed to be or the reality. No, none of that is exciting.
So as far as the picture of marriage that you're talking about, right? What do you feel like we haven't done on this show to say you can learn? Because I'm a married man, and you and I've had conversations.
I've learned some things, but it's just like even the conversation, even back to what I was saying before, it's like, oh well, you're probably not gonna get what you want out of life when it comes to a man, number one. And then number two, the conversation about, let's say you 15 years married. Oh, well, you're not going to be happy. It's not about that. That sounds like trials and tribulation.
But that's real life. That's real, but that's real life though. So
exactly.
Real life is not about happiness. So go ahead, Quest. Oh my God, Wi-Fi.
Now, I was just saying that, like, for real, when it comes to stuff in terms of what we want in marriage, like people really think like when you do marriage, like you're supposed to automatically be happy, but marriage don't make you happy. Marriage make you whole, and the byproduct of wholeness is happiness. You feel me? Because what marriage does is it exposes the areas in which you need work. And anytime you face a challenge or a difficulty, all it is an indication of an area you need to grow in. So when your husband tell you about this particular area that you need to grow, or your wife tell you about this area that you need to grow, you got a choice to make. I could either make this adjustment or make the relationship more challenging than what it needs to be. But at the end of the day, once I grow and I achieve wholeness, on the back end of that is happiness. You can't be like, for real. You can be broken as all or you want to, like for real. Let me just keep it 100. At some point in time in all of our lives, especially if you Black in this country, you're gonna need therapy in some form. And what that does is that helps you grow as an individual. It helps you cognitively work out the issues that, like for real, stem from way back. Some of that stuff is so deep rooted you don't even know, and it shows up when relationship happens, because some way somehow relationship always pricks you in a way you don't want to be pricked. You know what I'm saying? It cuts you in a way you don't want to be cut if you're doing real relationship, like towards marriage. And then when you make your adjustments and you grow, like for real, you understand that I can, from the time that you compatible with somebody, because people get locked into chemistry, and it's a lot more about compatibility than it is with chemistry. Because with I can build chemistry out of compatibility, but I can't do it the other way around. You feel me? So when that happens and I grow, I'm like, yo, I don't think the way that I used to. I don't operate the way that I used to. The matter is, some of us are dealing with some outcomes in terms of relationship, but you get in them outcomes because, once again, your thinking control your behavior, and your behavior garners you a particular outcome. You want a different outcome, you're going to have to change the way you think, because that's going to change your behavior, and then the behavior changes your outcomes. So I think marriage in and of itself, I'm glad to be with my wife. I'm glad that we're in this relationship. Like, just know me and Faith, like personally, like that's my boo. You know what I'm saying? And our marriage has been 13 years blissful, but it ain't been blissful because we don't have difficulty and challenge. It's not what comes at us. It's how we face what comes at us that makes this thing blissful. So I don't know if that helps any.
Come on, marriage coach. Come
No,
on,
yeah,
marriage
let me start off by saying that I agree with what you're saying, but I also agree with to a certain extent I can see where she's coming from. Most of the conversations that we have and the categories that we go over, and the social media describes marriage as a bad thing, a bad investment. You'll never be happy. There's always odds on this and that, and so on and so forth. So I can see where she's coming from with the response that she had. But to me, we can cuss back at Domingo.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was raised by a single parent. It was always a thing of, oh, if you're raised by a single parent, you're not going to be successful. You're going to be missing this. You're going to be missing that, so on and so forth. I don't feel like I'm missing that. And you may say I'm an anomaly, but when you accept what people tell you about something, you'll always fall for that stuff, and you'll always be a victim. You'll be in the what's it called, the victim marathon or what have you. I lost my mom in January 22. And she was everything to me. I mean, everything. And when I lost her, I lost my capability of giving a fuck about what anybody else said or anybody else thought, really. So my marriage is not a marriage of what social media should think it should be, and so on and so forth. It's what we want it to be. So anything that anyone feels about it from the outside looking in, fuck them. All this old bullshit about happiness or not, or it should be like this, it should be like that, this money should be spent, and so on and so forth. I'm happy. I'm all right. I don't give a damn about all that. You call me a beta, alpha, sigma, right? That's what the other one is. Whatever you want to. I know what I am. And I don't need confirmation from anyone else. And so, and I say again, since you're back, MTR.
MRT.
MRT, okay. I understand where you're coming from to a certain extent. I understand what Quest said. I understand what you said, due to the fact that everything's so negative. But when you worry about what other people say, that's when you let all that stuff seep into your relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And you know the way marriage, works, and I'm speaking, I'm what, going on 8 years married. I'm with 14 years with my wife, right? And if you look at things of like the only reason why I'm in it is to be happy, you have a problem. Because the marriage itself is not supposed to be the thing that makes you feel like that complete happiness, right? It's the family, it's what you get out of it, it's the longevity of it. Because what you think about is what would happen and where would I be later on if I wasn't with this person to help me navigate life. So that's what I try to preach out of what marriage is, right? Of course, the panel itself, it's a lot of unmarried people on the panel. So there's a lot of opinions on what marriage is supposed to be, right? But when when you actually want to talk about that, yeah, you're gonna hear it from men and women that are married that'll say it's not about happiness. It's about the fulfillment of it. And to me, that's what I feel, right? When I look at my wife every day, if I was with her to be happy, we would have broke up a long time ago. I'm not even gonna hold you up. I would have packed my bags and left a long time ago if I was in this marriage to be happy.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm in it because guess what? She gave me a beautiful son. She made this house a home. She loves me like no other woman ever showed me in my life. Right? And this is my second marriage. Right? And being in my second marriage, I'm able to understand what it really is, other than when I got married before for the wrong reasons. So I would say eat the meat and spit out the bones, right? Because there's still, even with the unwed people that's on the panel, they still offer a lot of value as well. You know what I'm saying? Chill offers a lot of value, but there's some things he might say that might sound crazy. But you'd be like, yo, what the fuck he talking?
Off rip.
Same thing with Professor, because it's a build up for a relationship, right? Eventually. What the hell was that?
What was that?
Yo, so it's a build up. It's a build up for it, right? So even though like I listen to everything everyone says, because even though I'm married, I still try to learn from Quest. I still learn something from Quint. I still learn something. Even Kit Crazy behind down there with her red hair, I still learn something up. You know what I'm saying? I learned you got to get something. I learned something from Jess. Everyone on the panel. Lindsay bringing stuff to the barbecue tomorrow. Learned something from her too.
Ooh, potato salad with raisins. That's what I'm talking about. And rolls. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't do her like that.
She said she brings rolls to the barbecue. She said she brings rolls to the barbecue. You can't bring watermelon.
Bring a damn bag of ice.
A bag of ice. Or casserole. Just bring a casserole.
Sweet potato casserole.
No, we don't do broccoli casserole and what is that?
Oh Lord.
No pumpkin pie neither.
Let her just get the rolls. Let her get the rolls.
I told you, get them Hawaiian sweet rolls and we Gucci.
Leave her alone.
She gonna bring some green bean casserole, the French onion strips on top.
Hey, green bean casserole is fire. What you talking about, boy?
See, that's too much. That's too much Charlotte Christian in you.
Hey, Professor talking about all the healthy food.
Don't my high creative.
Yeah. See.
Don't do that.
Professor don't like none of the healthy food.
Don't bring nothing healthy, goddamn.
I ain't gonna eat no green bean casserole.
Fried pork chop, fried fat bat, just all fried foods, man. I'm trying to tell you.
And eat the meat and spit out the bowl.
That part.
Literally.
Leave them salada somewhere else. But going back to what you said though, GMT. I mean, if you look at what Shay said, Shannon Sharp, he said the one regret he has is that he didn't get married. He understands the importance of marriage, and he didn't get married, and he wish he can go back and change that. I mean, marriage is a great thing. A lot of people who are tops in their businesses and their companies are married men. So marriage definitely has plays an important part. Having that woman that's behind you, that's going to push you, that's going to be there for you, that's going to support you, is going to be a great thing. So but finding that great woman is the most important thing to have. Marriage is definitely an important thing to have, and finding that woman is definitely something that I would love to share that you guys have, like Quint and GMT as well as Quest, man. So I can have that same thing. So salute to you guys.
Yeah,
you have gamophobia though, man. You have a hard time trying to commit.
Hey, listen, man, I have commitment issues. I understand. I can't commit to cars, women, apartments, jobs, nothing, bro. Except Tiamari. That's all I can commit to.
Tiamari.
But yeah, man. Shout out to the fellas that's married.
Just one wish.
Yo, he said something real heavy though. Professor said something real heavy. He said, you know, like when you it's the ability to build something together. You know what I mean? Like I'm a Christian, so my belief system as it relates to marriage might be a little bit different from your average person who don't have a belief system. And like for me, long before rules and regulations came into the mix, you know what I'm saying? When God was creating Adam and Eve, the first thing he ever said to them was, be fruitful, multiply, subdue the earth, have dominion. That was the first thing. And when I hear the four of those things come together, like I think Lowe's, let's build something together. What are we going to add in the earth? Like, what are we going to add as a couple? Because for two people to come together just to be married and just occupy each other's space and having sex and making love and doing whatever relationships do, what are we going to do outside of that? Because when people, y'all already know how it works. Like when you get married, you immediately become a focal point. You immediately become a reference point because people saying one or two things, right? They either saying, yo, what Mingo and Tiff got, like, I want something like that. Or they saying, if that's what marriage look like, I don't want no part of that joint. And so my marriage with my wife is so much more than just my marriage with my wife, right? So now it's what can we build together that's not only a blessing for us, but a blessing for other people as well, such that when they see us, they like, yo, I like the way they move. I want something like that. And that's what my man was saying a while ago. Like, can we build something? If we can't build nothing together, then remind me why we doing relationship. Like, if I'm not helping you grow and you're not helping me grow as an individual, I ain't talking about before we even get to finances and all that. So I'm talking about at the foundation of it all. As an individual, is my integrity better because of you? Is my character better because of you? Because once we got that as a foundation, like I always tell people, like the 3 pillars of my company is love, lifestyle, and legacy. But like about 2 years ago, I had to add foundation to it because number one, just off the surface, pillars don't stand on their own. They stand on a foundation. But what is foundation? Foundation is who you are as an individual because it affects the way you love. It affects the way you create lifestyle, and it affects the way you create legacy. Choosing somebody for a mate, like who are you as an individual? Your life should be better simply because I'm in it, and my life should be better because you in it. That's what Professor was saying a while ago. So when you see CEOs of a company, they operate, they do because that they spouse at home. They creating a home environment for him to handle what he handles when he come out. And so when he go home, it's his saying, I get peace here, I get love here, I get you know what I'm saying, compliance here, I get all things that I need here. And so he provides for her to be able to continue to do what she does. She provides for him to continue to do what he does. They building kingdom is what they doing. And other people's lives are blessed because of it. So yeah, if we build nothing together, then remind me, why are we doing relationship? If I'm not a better individual because of you, what are we doing?
Right.
How your girl let us see? Say it, add to me. You know what I'm saying? Add to me.
How the song go? You make me better.
Hey, your Wi-Fi broke up a little bit. Did you say Professor was real heavy or Professor said something real heavy?
Oh man,
I'm
damn,
gonna tell you.
son.
Let me tell you one time, motherfucker. Come over there. There's gonna be some furniture moving in this bitch. Because right now, you talking out the side of your motherfucking neck. Now listen now. Your six, I'm gonna bust your 6'12" ass to the white meat. Just one time, motherfucker. Just one more goddamn time. He got one more time.
You know you my boy, man. Hey, but that was me, Quiz. That was that.
Come on. Listen, come
Yo,
on, Clayton. Ain't nothing but a short walk.
Kirsten want to know if you got a single brother, Quest.
God dang, the thirst is strong
No,
in this
hey,
one.
my other brother's married.
She went from Quint to Quest. God damn, nigga, she like Q's, don't she?
She like
I got a crackhead, brother.
Right, that one.
I got a crackhead.
Oh my God.
My older brother, crackhead. He needs some help.
That man, you must don't like him, man. He just put him out there. Man. Your motherfucker right here. You must don't like him too much. You threw him out there.
Who, my brother?
Yeah.
No, I can't. Well,
Yeah, you can't stand him. You just put his whole
I
business
love.
out there.
Hey, I love my middle brother to death, but my oldest brother.
I can tell.
Damn.
See,
No, you gotta build together, Kirsten. You gotta build together.
So I want to shout out to everybody that's married and everything. Me, at first, when I first came here, I said, "Yeah, man, I can't wait to get married again." I ain't gonna never get married again. I know that about myself. I'm like I had a conversation with GMT earlier today. I am too intrigued with human nature. So now I understand some certain traits and qualities of me. I know I'm narcissistic. I'm a narcissist. I know that we all are. But the problem is a lot of people can't admit it. Now, because I'm so intrigued with human nature and how the mind works, I'm constantly pushing and just doing things. And it just, that's why I'm telling y'all, ladies, stay away from me. I'm dangerous. Nope, no marriage for me. I'm beyond relationships now. It's just I'm intrigued with how to push and pull people.
And you know, and you know what?
You had a
You know
bad
what,
one.
Chill? You might feel different. He might feel different later on, though. You know what I'm saying?
He will.
Yo, listen,
He had a bad one.
As we get older, real talk. As we get older, man, we crave that. I hate the word. I never say partner, man, because my wife is not my partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but she's my wife. But we crave as men, women to be around us. I mean, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I am not trying to be that old dude sitting in a nursing home with some old Jamaican lady beating the crap out of me, wiping my ass. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be that dude. If anybody if I'm gonna be that old dude in the nursing home, I'd rather my wife beat my ass for talking crap to her because I done lost my ever loving mind. And other than some random woman I don't know doing that. So, I mean, listen, we all crave that, I believe, at some point. Quint, Chill, yo, you still young, man. You know, you still young. You still young. You still, you at your prime.
So
I don't know. He old. He just look young because that Tej Henley.
I know. He's got that boy looking so young. Look,
get yourself
I'm
a
trying
bottle
to tell you
of that Tej Henley. Click the link in my description and get 40% off your first order. 20% off for a lifetime after that.
Get that milk dud looking like mine.
Milk dud popping.
Hey, Phil, if you meet the right person, I think it'll change your mind, man. Because that's where I was. I thought that I'd never get married.
All right, I gotta tell you. So it's not about meeting the right person. I meet a bunch of them all the time. Trust me. Oh my god.
You meet a bunch of the right person.
Not even. Trust me. It's a new batch of them graduating from college every year. So I mean, I meet a bunch of them. Listen, my thing is, I am so like he isn't healed. No, it's not about healed or anything like that. I'm beyond healed. Truth be told. My fascination with human nature, how people behave, especially women, because that is, What was that?
No, the narcissistic in you, narcissism in you.
Yeah, you can say that. Definitely it's definitely not about meeting the right person. No, definitely not about meeting the right person.
No,
it's not. And Quint is not about my previous one neither. Oh man, I don't know. I already hit rock bottom. I done went through that stage already. I was 300 something pounds. I was bad. Yeah, I don't bounce back from that, but now I'm beyond that. Like the whole relationship thing, how women minds work, why they do the things that they do, why it is that men fall victim to the things that they do, the seduction, the art of it. Like that's where I'm at when it comes to relationships. And I tell ladies off rip, man, you don't want these problems. I'm gonna have you paying for everything. Like I tell them, and yet they still choose. They still choose to deal with me, even though they know that I'm just being manipulative, making them do certain things just by either by way of seduction, by way of mental manipulation. It's almost like they're intrigued by being led to a different country. They're just excited to see where the ship gonna land. And by me knowing all this, relationships is just boring to me now. I just
and I agree with Rodney here who said this. Marriage isn't for everyone, but for those of us who embrace it, it's a wonderful thing.
Hell yeah.
It's a wonderful thing.
I felt the same way.
One thing you have to understand though is like when you get to a point where you want to where it's mind games and stuff like that, just know that all of that will be measured back to you.
Oh yeah. I hear you. That's why I tell y'all, stay away from me. I'm dangerous.
I was just about to say the same thing. She just said it. When you know what you want, your standard is there. You don't got time for foolishness. I'm sure that everybody on this call right now, and I'm just guessing because I do see a number of the ladies look young, but I'm guessing that the majority of us are over the age of 30, 35. I'm guessing, right? Am I right, ladies?
Not MRT.
35. That's
MRT 19.
She's still in her 20s.
Yeah.
She's like 22.
And that's not no shot at the ladies, because like I said before, y'all are all beautiful and you look fairly young. But I'm saying that for the simplicity that when you get to a certain age, you just don't have a lot of time for stuff. You're trying to live life. You got bills to pay. You got goals to achieve. You got different things, like for real. And if a dude or a woman for that matter come your way, I don't care how good you look. Like I don't even care how good paper. If you don't align with what you're trying to achieve in this life, then I don't have time. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. In my younger years, like for real, I was, and I think that's one of the things that really got me the first time that I did marriage, like the 36, 28, 38, you know what I'm saying? The 40, 42, like, yeah, I like a woman that eat chicken. But like for real, those are the things that caught me out there, right? And so where you grow spiritually, mentally, like emotionally, you start to like for real connect the dots, and you like the physical attributes, wonderful. But when life hits, as it always will, what can those physical attributes do for me? So it's really about like for real, how do we connect? What are your morals? And like for real, what are the things that move you as an individual? Do they align with the things in terms of my morals? That's what I want to use, my core values. Do your core values align with my core values? Because if they don't, because it's one thing that I don't do, I don't compromise my core values for nobody. Because I've seen it one too many times where, let's say somebody got 5 core values and they compromise the smallest one out of them all. And when you get married, that smallest core value becomes the biggest issue in the relationship. So at the end of the day, like for real, like don't waste my time and I won't waste yours. Sure. We don't got, it's not like we got it to waste anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That part. I know that's real. That's real.
And I want to follow up and say, like, just before I head out, because it is a little after 6, but, just up on your question, as far as like, is this panel, have we learned anything? I would say it brings a different perspective. Obviously, I'm different. And so,
no, you're not, Lindsay. All that melanin on your arm, Lindsay.
I'm gonna tattoo it on there. No, I think like obviously it's I got more, by the way. You want to say
I
something?
got black ink.
You
did?
What you got now?
It's
What you got?
dark.
Lindsay,
More?
your Wi-Fi is
We,
trash, Lindsay. We can't
we
see
can't
it.
see nothing. I don't know what that is. A star, a black man. What is that on your arm? Is that an
No.
is that an and one symbol? What is you got on your arm?
It's fire. I saw it in
Anyways,
person.
it's a flower, but no,
See, you
like
thought it was fire.
everybody's on their own path and healing journey and goes through their own things in life. And so we learn about ourselves, our core values, great. But at the end of the day, when meeting with people that are different than us and that have different perspectives, the idea is to listen and to speak, not to like make somebody believe what you're saying, but like listen with the intent of understanding versus me trying to change your opinion about your view on life, right? Like I'm not here to change anybody else's opinion. I'm just here to offer what I think, what I believe, my perspective. And some things might resonate and have you think about, maybe I need to think about it a little bit differently. It's not going to change your core beliefs, but it might resonate a little bit differently. Just like some of the things that you guys say resonate a little bit differently. And I might adjust, how I move or things that I think. And so, like I'm not changing my idea of what marriage should be. And like, cause Quest, like you're on point with your, the idea of it is to grow with somebody. But, sorry, Chill and Professor, some of your perspectives I'm not, aligned with. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be on here hating.
You don't hear all those bombs and knowledge that Chill and Professor be dropping?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to say.
Chill is the only one. Chill is the only one that think he should have a boot camp when he has no interest in the subject matter.
Yeah.
Lindsay, is your companions calling you?
I've been down that road before.
Okay,
your
but
companions calling you, aren't you?
and you failed.
Dogs back there
Why
barking?
is that boot camp worthy?
But if I was to do it
why
again,
is that boot camp worthy?
Because
dial it back, Chill.
I will. It's boot camp worthy because now I know how you ladies operate.
So you think
a man who's been with women and
so you think you only know about how to manipulate it because you're narcissistic. Leave it to the marriage coach.
We are narcissistic.
So
we all have narcissistic traits to certain levels.
So Chill.
Do all ladies operate the same way?
Huh?
That's what he thinks.
No, everybody's different.
In his guidebook.
Women's nature, their nature, how they biology hardwired. Yes, they do.
When you say nature, what do you mean? Like how they're hardwired?
Hardwired. Biology. They're biology the same way. If you have a different opinion, I would allow it. But when it comes to scientific fact, there ain't too much argument on that one.
Well, scientific fact says that there are 4 different kinds of hardwire. You're either mega decisive, you're either very outgoing, you either move by pace, or you're very detail oriented. And so if there's scientific fact and there's 4 different ways in wiring, not just for females, for males as well. If we're talking about scientific fact, there's 4 different personalities or hardwires to each and every individual. And they're in every individual. Some just prefer some parts more than others according to that hardwire. So if we're saying that they're all the same, then that means that everybody is detail oriented. Every woman is detail oriented, or every woman is pace driven, or every woman is very decisive, or every woman is, and that can't be because there's 4 of them.
All right.
You know what
I'm saying? Quest.
Hold on. Before you respond to that,
I want to see the book that he gets the signs from.
Go ahead and read that, D-Man.
Oh, is that for me?
That's you. That's
right.
Beans right there. Go ahead.
Make sure you sign up for my anti-black conservative douchebag boot camp. We gonna get your black card back real soon, little fella. Hey man, I hear you, but Beans, didn't you just post something on YouTube just now? Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
I ain't gonna do
you. We're gonna bring Beans on. Like let's bring Beans on next week. Beans going.
I can't wait.
Us next week.
Beans, I can't wait for you to come back. Bring us all a pot pie. We can't wait for you, son.
Nah, that's my dog Bean. Shout out to my dog Bean. Everybody go check out his channel, Mr. Lil Podcast. I think that's the name because he keep changing it. But yeah,
I think it's 414 reactions right now.
All right, 414. See what I'm saying, man? I can't keep up with all these names. But yeah,
Go check out Beans.
Go and check out them salty beans.
Always something.
All right. Them chili beans.
All right. So my man Quest. All right. So Quest, when I was speaking about how women are hardwired, we're talking about how women are hardwired as far as like in relationships, the things that they have intrinsic reaction to positively and the things they have a negative reaction to when it's come to dealing with men, individuals. And this is across the board. They are all the same in that area. You know?
Can I see the data?
Huh?
I want to see the data. I want to pull your data.
You want to pull my data? Okay,
yeah,
so
pull it out.
Look at the divorce rates. We can look at the divorce rates. Look at your man.
Okay, but you're talking about.
But the divorce rates don't have.
Pull it out.
The divorce rates don't have, I don't think, anything to do with hard wiring. Divorce rates have to do with divorce rates have to do with the inability to self-assess and not having the right tools to navigate difficulty and challenge.
Explain that.
That's
then.
what
put it in words. Then what does that mean?
So
self-assess.
if I don't have the ability to
wait, Quest. Hold on.
You just asked him and he's answering.
Hold on. I'm gonna make this question extremely elaborate because I'm looking for key things. All right. So what are the tools that we are talking about? Because understand something. I'm talking about how women are hardwired, what they react to positively when dealing with a man and what they react to negatively, meaning if she's gonna stay with him or not. So what are those tools?
So one of the first tools, and it's not just reduced to just women only, it's reduced to men as well. One of the first tools is self-regulation. What is self-regulation? It's the ability to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your self-actions to achieve a long-term goal. And so if we want, right? So just because I feel a particular thing doesn't mean I need to open up my mouth and say it anyway or say it right away, right? And that's not just for females, that's just for men as well. And that just deals with any difficulty or challenge, right? How we respond to it is largely dependent on if we operate out of our emotions or if we've given it time to make it to our frontal lobe where we make a decision as to how we're going to react to it, right? Just because you angry about something don't mean you need to black out.
I'm still waiting for how this correlate you and women, what women having a positive intrinsic reaction to versus a negative one. You're talking about, but hold on, Quest. I admire, folks who can speak about something intelligently and fluently. I admire that. But what I don't admire is when people get things misconstrued and start. What you're talking about is things that you heard in like a therapy session. I can hear the language in the vernacular.
I never heard that in a therapy session.
But didn't you say you went to therapy?
I have a therapist, I do, but I didn't hear it in a therapy session. I got a degree for it.
Cool. All right. So what I'm hearing is a lot of terminology that a lot of therapists use and whatnot. But what I'm talking about is how women are, how they naturally are. They can seem sweet, beautiful. You got them in a marriage. Everything's going good. What makes them tick? What makes them say, "Oh my God, I don't want this anymore," even though he was doing everything right? Even though he was, like he was explaining, he's in control of his emotions, and I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, that was just kind of like that.
Expert.
But what makes them want to just up and leave? And see, that's where I bring my expertise at. What you're talking about has nothing to do with that. I'm listening to you. And
this is not expertise. This is your experience, and not you haven't experienced the wide demographic of women across this world, right? My wife, I don't know what you're talking about, but that's not my reality. My wife, I've been with her 13 years and I've known her all my life. And she has no intention on going anywhere. She's been in there and she ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
As long as I'm loving her the way that she wants to be loved.
And what does that look like? What does your loving?
What does that look like?
What does that look like?
What do you mean? You mean, how do I love her?
Yes. Everybody says love all the time.
So my wife, the way that she feels loved, right, is when I do not to sound cliche-ish, but acts of service is her thing. Quality time is her thing. So when I wash the clothes in the house, when I dry them, when I put them back where they're supposed to be, when I mop her floors, those are acts of service for her. She feels loved when I do that.
You
do that. I can bring her in here right now and tell her and ask her. Huh?
Okay, Quest. All right. So to me, that now something else is registering in my mind. Look, I deal with power dynamics. All this food, lovey-dovey stuff, I ain't with it. That's not what I do.
That's why you're divorced.
Okay.
No, because I wasn't doing it first.
I mean,
yo, Kit, it was you last week, Kit.
I want to hear what he's saying.
I know. So what is it? I'm gonna ask you some specific questions. What is it that you do? I mean, you look like you sound very intelligent. Not bad on the eyes, but a handsome brother. You know what I'm saying? You got an expensive ass camera. So what is it that you do for a living, and what is it that she does for a living?
All right. So my wife used to be the gatekeeper for the CEO of Ally Bank. Now she is a project manager for that same bank. I used to work for Microsoft and I used to migrate email platforms for a number of companies. I left corporate America because God called me in the area of marriage, and I'm now a certified marriage coach. And I run my own company called The Greenhouse. If you're familiar with Dr. Eric Thomas, I also run his department on marriage called Thank God I'm Married. So those are the two things that I do. I'm a certified marriage coach, and I run a company I run a department for somebody else's company.
Quest, me and Tia gonna come see you in a little bit. Thank you. I'm glad you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you? Look, I don't want to be too personal. Too personal. Tell me to back off, and I will. I'm respect everybody.
I'm fine.
All right. Who's the breadwinner in that situation?
Both of us are.
No. Who's the breadwinner? There's no such thing as two breadwinners, sir.
What do you mean? We both bring money into the house.
Who makes the most?
Right now she does.
Thank you.
Okay. So what are you saying?
Nothing. I don't want to do this anymore because I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna offend you.
Hold on, wait.
I'm not. Hold on. I'm not afraid to do it. So whatever you want to do, we can do it.
All right. Fine. All right. So here's the thing. The reason why I only deal with power dynamics is Quentin telling me to time out. What, Quentin?
Hey, when Jess turned around and said that's why you divorced, she reminded me of old boy on Coming to America. I'm sitting there always he said, he ain't lying.
Oh man, here we go. All right.
My bad. I ain't want to break up. Get back to it.
I want to hear what he's
saying. Look, now I'm not saying that this is into your situation. You could possibly be an outlier, but one thing that I do know that is so prevalent and damn near all women across the board, they do not respect a man that she makes more money than. That's across the board.
My wife.
Hold on. Before you react and answer, I didn't say that this could mean your situation, but when I'm talking about in reality, all men know this. The moment you move in with a woman, you're not going to get the respect. The moment she makes more than you, hold on. The moment she makes more than you, the disrespect, the contempt, things like that come into play. This is why I said, when you're dealing with power dynamics, you have to understand how women behave, their nature, and that's why I asked you. I asked you the question, and the things that you're speaking about, it's more about emotions and I feel and all that stuff. Things like that.
There's nothing about what I'm saying that's about emotions, right? Let me explain in depth.
Yes, sir.
There was a moment where I was the breadwinner. She was the one who encouraged me, like, yo. Yeah, because when I left corporate America, it dropped because we're building a company now.
Yeah.
Right. So that's first. Most women, right, who are serious about relationship, understand that money is definitely a important topic, but it is not the end all be all. Because when you speak of, we want to get into this thing called power dynamics. I don't think when we're thinking about relationship that power dynamics should be, because that suggests that either I'm the one with all the say so, or you're the one with all the say so. We're not doing life around one another. We're doing life with one another. Money is just one of the things that cause us to be able to do life. But if I have money, but I can't make decisions, what good is the money to me? I'm just gonna make a mess.
I feel you.
Right?
I feel you. So I'm gonna ask some more questions.
So hold on. Let me hold on. When you spoke, I'll let you speak. Let me just go ahead and get this off so we can, right? When you speak of the area of providing just does not mean, or if we're speaking of power dynamics, because I know that when we speak that and we speak finances, that the conversation of providing comes into play. But when we speak of providing, it's not only financially. Can you help me grow mentally? Can you help me grow spiritually? Can you help me grow in any other area of my life? Money is a tool. It is not the end all say all. So I don't care what nobody like. My thoughts about money are a whole lot different, because the paycheck that comes in, hers is more. But what I got in this little area over here, that's going to make sure that we good for years to come.
So
right. So
it didn't matter. Why would that be
not the thing that makes the relationship go round? Is it a tool? Yes, it is. It helps us achieve the thing that we're supposed to do together.
I feel you.
There is no my money or my wife's money. There's our money.
Okay.
So
it just make sure she thinks the same way. That's all I'm gonna say. But
my wife is. We wouldn't be married right now if we didn't think the same way. That's the first mistake.
I feel you.
There's a thing called one
When
accord,
he lost
and the
his
reason
spot
why we
for
are the
funds.
way that we are is because we're on one accord, and we did that before we decided to get married.
All right. So there were some things that you said earlier. I'm looking at your facial expression. I see right here getting all scrunched up and everything.
No, I'm dialed into you. I'm listening to you.
Narcissist. You gotta look at all the little.
No. I want to hear what he's saying.
I have to read people and make sure I'm not going too far, and that people like.
Oh, you're not going too far, bro. I promise you. I'm
like
dialed
to push the
into
button.
you.
Contrarian.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
So, all right. Another thing that I heard earlier, you said you known her all your life.
Hold on, real quick. We got a super chat. There's no married. Oh my God! All right, I had to read the super chat. All right.
Yo, shout out to Matthew. All right, so y'all known each other your whole life?
Yeah, well, not our whole life, but since high school.
Since high school, y'all been dating since high school?
No. She and my sister were friends in high school.
Oh,
and that's how I met her. When I was leaving high school, they were just coming in.
Fat. All right, cool. I mean, interesting story. Beautiful. So let me ask, because this is very intriguing to me. So y'all have known each other that long. When did y'all start, messing with each other?
We started dating each other when we were in our 30s.
You don't
we've known each other we've known each other, but like for real, we weren't always
I get you. I hear you. All right. Any kids?
Yeah, we got 3.
Any kids?
Yeah, we got 3.
Y'all got 3? Did she have any before?
Nope.
Damn, that long, and y'all came back around and got back together?
Yes, sir.
She known about.
There are anomalies sometimes outside of what
I'm
you
not-
have
I-
in
I-
your
me personally, I do-
structure.
I personally feel like personally,
and if I can be a little bit more detailed about it, I was the one with the kid because I had a previous marriage and we had a daughter together, and that daughter's 21 now. And then when we got married, we had 2 more, Nico and Mason.
There it is.
12 and 8.
There it is. And
so
what would you do?
I do look at Quest, knowing his story. That's a success to me, right? It's 100% a success to me. And in marriage, you're gonna have those ebbs and flows, right? Where, you could fall to where your wife ends up doing something to make more money than you, right? The thing is, Quest knew the wife he married, like he knew the woman he married. I feel like Quest? Do I feel like your situation is average? No. I do feel like you have you hit the jackpot when you found your wife. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a little bit less than that too, Mingo. I think when I got divorced the first time, I had to learn real quick because my boy E was in my life. He was like, well, what you want to do? You want to let me in and let's fix this. And I think with most people, you have to take on the mindset of once bitten, twice shy. So if you make a mistake and it's a major one that cost you more than you were willing to pay, what did I learn from this mistake? You know what I'm saying? In life, I'm learning more and more about not losing, about learning. What did I learn?
Right.
And I can't speak for what she did, but I can speak to the stuff about who I was and how I made my decisions. And so I had to become a better individual as far as that's concerned, bro. You got to look in the mirror and say, yo, you didn't choose her because of who she was in terms of her her character or her integrity. You chose her because her breast was nice, her waist was small, and she had a fat ass. If I can be plain, right? Once again, you got caught up on the physical, and you didn't take the time to know who this person actually is at their core. And so when you get married and life happens and it causes people to respond, and y'all end up in divorce, then you're going to say she did all of this stuff and ... She was like that before you married her. You didn't take the time to get to know her. Now you blaming her because you saying it's her fault. It ain't her fault. People going to be who they going to be. The question is, are you going to be who you supposed to be for you first before you get in relationship with somebody else? Don't blame nobody else for your stuff. You got in the relationship with her and you knew who she was before you got in the relationship with her. Now you saying, she did this and she did that. No, nigga, your decision-making mechanism was off, period.
Trash.
Got what you got because you decided to mess with a chick who wasn't right, period.
His radar broke.
I don't know.
It
ain't broke. We just looking at the wrong thing.
That was very, very well said, Quest. Very, very well said.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, and that's the problem with most of us, right? We usually go for what's not good for us. We say a lot of women do that too, right? And then they turn around and say, all men are trash.
I did it.
You know what I'm saying? But in my situation, I'm gonna be real with you too. My ex-wife, it's not even, she was small, slim when I met her. It was crazy. But she's a good woman. I'm not taking away from that from her. But should I have married her? No. Because of me knowing that she wasn't who I really wanted to be with. So when I met my wife now, like I said, there was me looking at certain things of the value she offered. Like I said, I was broke. I was broke. Can't take. I was a dusty chill, as you would say. 100%. I was blowing dust everywhere I went, son.
But the boot camp.
The thing was I went to boot camp and I had to learn what it was to build myself up as a man. But in that process, my wife stood by me. But like I said, I still look at my wife like, you the anomaly. You ain't average. Because the average women, they're not out there looking for. They'll say, if you broke, I don't want you. If you're this, I don't want you. A lot of the young men that I talk to today, they're struggling trying to find a decent relationship. So I get them.
I'll tell them, look, man, y'all.
Nah, Matthew. I was divorced. I'm married now. So me and my wife,
we said, wait, all you niggas
14
divorced?
years. But
I am, Matthew.
I'm not.
I am not.
I'm not.
Some folks
you waiting for Tia Mowry over there, my guy.
I know she's divorced. I'm not. So once she gets on, once she's ready to go, we'll make it last forever.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly.
But
I only think about it on two occasions, day and night. That's it.
You stupid.
Yeah.
Lord.
Oh my God. Nah, but I feel you. I feel you though, Quest.
Hey, power dynamics is power dynamics. I don't like to, shake no trees or whatever. It's just I just see how it works, how it plays out. It is what it is. The story never changes. I did want to ask you something though. I didn't know you was.
Oh boy, follow-ups. Jesus Christ!
No, he said he was divorced. Yeah. How long did you wait before you got remarried?
About 7 years. 7 years.
And this whole time, like, yeah.
Hold on 1 second. He said, let the women talk. Host cannot boot these divorced. Yeah. All y'all divorced Negroes, get off the panel. I guess it's only one, right?
I guess I'm here by myself.
Divorced dudes will give you more game. Not saying that guys who, you know what I'm saying, are married can't give you game because they got a marriage, but men who are divorced and who actually built themselves back up and they got women fawning for them right now.
Theories.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no theory. I'm trying to tell you. Hey,
So y'all say people learn from y'all mistakes, huh?
I got people who could come on this show right now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to GMT. We're gonna bring on people that I've helped out and got them, but either married or got them promotions in their career, made them more dominant. I got receipts. You know, I can give these
boot
dudes
camp,
boy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got receipts. And I come here to speak about what I've done for them. You know, if we need to go that route. But I'm just saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask my brother this question. All right, you did say that you was divorced and you waited 7 years. I'm thinking, like, what was the relationship between you and, you know what I'm saying, your current wife now throughout this whole time? Y'all have always known each other or known of each other. But what was that relationship like? You know what I'm saying? Did you know about what she was doing throughout her life? Like, you know what I'm saying, since her and the sisters were friends? Like, did y'all know about each other throughout life as y'all was going?
We kind of knew a little bit about what was going on in each other's life, but nothing real deep. I mean, you know, she and my sister were friends, and we decided what happened was when I was in Atlanta, I found out she was there one week and my sister had moved to Atlanta. She was, you know, living in the same city as me, and they connected. She's like, yo, I saw Faith the other day. And I was like, oh, word? How's she doing? And then we kind of friended each other on Facebook. And I remember our initial conversation was like, yo, what's up? You know, my sister said, y'all went to dinner the other night, whatever. She said, yeah. She said, look at you, ... You know, the regular, random talk or whatever. And I was like, all right, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you in town again, let me know. Let's go out to dinner. I'll take you out to dinner or something. So she came. We went to dinner. Had a good time, just catching up with one another. One thing led to another. And then we started, you know, talking to each other fairly frequently, maybe once a week, maybe once or twice a week. Whenever she came to town, we would connect. And then I think the last thing was just another conversation, and it kind of just, you know, grew from there, if you will.
Let me ask you something. She's definitely a high earner. She's up there. She's you said she's the CEO, right?
No.
One second.
One second,
y'all. We got another super chat. He said married niggas winning 8 years strong. He said, but just showing love and trolling you single niggas.
Yo, Matthew is funny.
Yo, Matthew, what up, man?
Funny.
Good looking, my guy, for real.
I think I'm gonna keep the single life for right now. For right now. I might change it later. Oh, Jess, you just want me to settle down because.
No, I really don't. I want to spare some women out there.
Oh no, I ain't sparing nothing. I'm flipping everything. Flip, flop. Anyway.
Kind of sad about the women that fall for your foolishness.
They the one who opening up them legs.
I'm disappointed in them.
Oh, Jess, I'm gonna stop too. Let me stop messing with Jess. Jess, you see that smile that she's doing? It's that seduction. But anyway, all right. Quest.
No, please.
Anyway. Oh, Jess, stop.
Please don't. Please
Girl,
don't.
Oh my goodness.
First of all, I like hair.
You up like
to a certain degree.
Hair flowers. It'll be.
I like hair to a certain degree. So.
You like beards, Jess?
Sorry.
Anyway, all right. Where was I at, man?
And I like my men empathetic.
Well,
with
that's why
beards,
you having problems. You like them too soft.
Oh, I didn't say soft. I like them balanced mentally.
With beards.
Professor, stay over there. I'm not here.
Professor Chu.
Stay over there, Professor.
You don't look like Tim Mowry.
What? I'm not shooting nothing. I was just from deep, but you never answered the question.
Wow.
She never answered the question if she like guys with beards.
You got to change up that site.
Just where you at? Hey, we
Got to
don't hear
change up the
nothing,
video.
Just quiet.
Jess, do you like
Y'all-
guys with
Pass
beards?
along, move along. Go ahead. Y'all talk.
Damn, she can't
I
answer the
ain't never seen
question.
nobody so secretive, man.
Right. It's just
Professor
yes
got
or
a
no.
blessing.
Right, I'm trying to tell you. I know she like Santa Claus.
What was your
at
question?
one
Because I
point
know
in
you
her
had a
life.
question. What was your
I
question?
did, man. She'd have messed me up, man. I was going in the path. I was trying to.
It's probably good that I did.
So I did want to know. All right,
Yeah.
what makes her, if she's, and she is the breadwinner right now. Now, and one thing that I do know, and I know this for a fact, we can't argue against it. The longer women are in the workforce, especially in the field where they have to be competitive, it doesn't make them softer; it makes them harder. So, how is it, within that relationship, is she able to, who wears the pants? Is she far more? Who is the dominant one in this relationship?
I don't know if I don't know what that means when you say dominant, but if you're asking who makes the decisions, I make the decisions, but she influences my decisions.
Oh, so she makes the decisions.
No, she doesn't. You didn't hear me. I said I make the decisions.
Clean out the earwax.
When I say she, hold on. No. Let me address it because he has hard of hearing. I said I make decisions, but she makes decisions with me. Why? Because this is not a dictatorship. I don't run this house that way. Whenever you make decisions, you gotta have buy-in. If you don't have buy-in, you ain't getting nothing done.
What's the buy-in? Explain the buy-in.
The buy-in is that when we make a decision, we sit down and we have a discussion about what it is we're about to do. How does this work for us as a couple? And then I make my move. Are you okay with this move? Yes. The same way when she's about to do something, she got to come holler at me before she go and make the move. You understand?
Does she know? I mean, I hear you.
Hold on. Stop for a moment. Because it seems like you're trying to poke holes in the argument. Would you like me to call her in here so you can speak to her? No. Because I want to shut it down once and for all. No, I want to shut it down once and for all. Would you like me to call her in here?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Pause for a moment, please. Pause for a moment.
No, don't pause. Leave it on. We don't want no coercion.
Oh,
why you do that?
Jesus Christ.
So Jess, so back to Jess. Do you like bids?
Why you riding it? Why you riding it, Professor? Why you riding
I'm sorry, but
put the Barry White voice on her. Hey. Put the Barry White voice on her, Professor.
You ever made love and shared love? My first, my last, my everything, and answer to all my dreams. You're what I'm living for. Your love I'll keep forevermore. I'm just trying to figure out what's up with the beers, bro. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, it's just a general question. It has nothing to do with me. I just saying if you like dudes with beards.
She's so secretive. She's always been that way.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, thank you. You like beard. I like women with blonde hair. Cool. It works. There we go.
Didn't you just say it wasn't about you though?
It's not about me. I didn't say it was about you. I said I like women with blonde hair. Lindsay said she had blonde hair. You got blonde hair. White women have blonde hair. I ain't saying nothing about neither one of y'all.
Bruh.
Uh-oh. Quest is back.
Yes. Salute.
Guess
Quest.
who's back?
Shout out to Quest.
Back again.
Like everything. All respect. I'm going to be definitely respectful and tasteful, not disrespectful. Just when I ask the question. No, I'm always respectful. Oh man, I see that facial expression. He's like, man, this nigga right here.
No,
I'm joking.
You gotta understand that face that Quest got. That's that New York face.
It is.
Yo, son. Are you serious right now, son? Yeah, son. You better get all this right here.
So this is my wife. This is my wife.
Hey,
all right.
Where we going?
So do me a favor. Ask her the question that you wanted to ask me.
All right.
Uh-oh.
All right, so we was having a conversation about the power dynamics within relationships, within the marriage, and I was asking him. He was telling us about what you do for a living. You're a CEO
I did not say. See, this how I know niggas don't be listening. She's a project.
Oh, wait, I know.
She's a PM. Yeah.
PM. Sorry, my bad. I thought that CEO. I asked earlier.
She was a gatekeeper for Allies, the CEO Allies. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry. All right. And can I ask about how many hours per day do you usually work?
I work at 9 to 5.
What you said, 9 to 5?
No. Before you say that, I want to bring it back a minute. And
Okay.
ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. You asked me who makes the decisions in this home, and I responded to you by saying I make the decisions. She's an influencer, right?
Correct. That's what you said.
Influences me. We have conversations about what it is that we're about to do, and then we collectively say, does this work for us or does this not work for us? And then we move forward. If she's about to make a move, she comes see me first. Then we have a discussion about what it is that we're about to do, and then we move forward. So let's move from there again. I'm telling you, here she is.
Okay. All right.
Babe, are you co-signing what I'm saying to him right now?
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, and I wanted to ask, so being in the workforce, now, this is something that I've always been, prone to. Now, for women, when you're being in the workforce, you obviously have to be competitive and everything. And it doesn't naturally makes a woman softer. It actually makes her harder. Now, how do you deal with that when you're coming home to, be in a relationship with your husband? Are you able to switch that switch off? Are you able to be soft and, submissive with your husband when you come home from work? Or are you still in your dominant form?
So
MRT, both of our heads were like,
This is why I'm trying to tell you, like this, the world that you live in, as far as your relationships are concerned, is not my reality.
No.
So let me hold on. Let me say this, because there's a discrepancy between what you're used to and what I currently live, right? So let me share with you. My wife is here and she'll co-sign it, and she ain't scared to tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Let me just say that real quick, right?
No,
my wife remotes like 2 days out of the week, and she goes into the office 3 days. I work remote. All of my clients are all over the country, so I work all the time from home, right? I don't. With her being hard or soft is not a thing. Because we're doing relationship 24/7, 365. Does she have stressors from the job? Yes.
Definitely.
Does she have problems with her job? Yes. And if she feels it to come and share it with me, she will, and we'll have a conversation about it. If it bothers her enough. If it don't bother her, then she don't say nothing about it, and she let it roll. My wife is one of them chicks who, like, she don't get excited over a whole bunch of stuff, but if it's worth a conversation, she'll come in. So if it's anything about her being hard or soft, that's not a thing for us. Like, she's a wife. Right. She's a wife. She's a dope mother.
He doesn't know about that.
She's a hell of a partner. Right? So the hard or soft, I don't know what that is.
You would have to clarify what hard or soft means, because if I owned my own company, or I was running an entire company on my own and I was the CEO, I could see the stressors of that. And maybe there are types of people, whether it's men or women, because it's not just a woman thing and it's not just a man thing. So there's people who might take that type of being on that level and then translate it, coming home, and they're still in that position of power or authority, or like, I have to run this company, so now I have to run my house this way too. I don't know about that. So I can't speak to that, because like he said, that's not our reality.
I hear you. So I'll ask this. All right. So he did display. He did let us know. He said that you are the breadwinner, right? So one thing that I wanted to ask: how does that play in the department of respect for your man, knowing that when you come home, he doesn't make as much as you? I don't know. I mean, I'm just asking. Does that play a part in it at all? Does that ever part? This is an open platform.
Yeah.
I like honesty. I do want to throw out there, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that plan apart, but obviously you guys got something that's working out. But I'm asking,
Right.
does that play a part? Does it actually comes into your mind that, damn, my man does not make as much as I do right now? Does that
No,
ever?
I will say that it does not play a part in a negative way, right?
No.
It plays a role that sometimes it does put a lot of more of
you.
responsibility of carrying the household on me.
Right.
But to me, that's fine.
Mhm.
The dollar sign to it doesn't matter to us because what's mine is his and what's his is mine. So my salary is his salary and his salary is my salary. And when we do taxes, it all goes into the same bucket. So they take the total, not mine, not his. It's a total of what we both make. So whatever he makes on his end, I know that he's building a company.
Mhm.
And with God's help, he will soon one day retire me so that I don't have to carry that load.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm hoping for it. I'm definitely hoping
Yeah, but
for it.
right now, that never plays a role in how we structure our household. Like I don't hold that against him, or he don't. Like I never make him feel a way about that because at the end of the day,
we agreed to it.
Yeah, it's
that's what
it's
the
ours.
sacrifice that we decided
It's
to
ours.
make in order. Because I could have stayed in corporate America.
He could have, and he
I'd
was
have been-
making a lot of money in corporate America.
I'd have been miserable as hell, but you know what I'm saying?
What do I want? Do I want a miserable husband that then comes home and is miserable at home and then I have to deal with that? Or do I want a happy husband and not making as much, but still we have a happy home because
we're investing
in our relationship in our home. So
Okay.
to us, it works.
Okay. You know what? Hey, look. What I want, hey, that was dope. I appreciate you coming on here. Definitely. I appreciate you having a discussion with me, and I appreciate your candidness. All right. Like real talk. I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to be disrespectful, but I like to ask questions. And hey, everybody, give it up for the lovely couple right here. All right.
Yo, chill, you a fool, guy.
No, I want in any other scenario, right? I'd have been like, you either believe me or you don't believe me. But sometimes, like for real, I just want you to show you that what you claim to be reality and how women operate. Not all women operate the same way.
I still believe what I believe.
But chill, but like,
And
That's
even
fine.
more
Believe
so
what you
now.
want to believe, but you stay in your little bubble and stop
I know.
trying to
I'm
get
gonna
into the boot camp for your little belief.
Emma, hold on. MRT, what you gonna say?
like, it's almost like you want what you believe to be true so bad, you have to dig as deep as possible to like find what your agenda is like, what your reality is like. And you've been on here for a while, so I've watched you do this over and over.
No, I didn't. No.
Hey, I've
Multiple
watched you,
times.
wait. I've watched you do
I
this over
concur.
and over. And every single time, whenever the situation is not what you're talking about, you don't have nothing else to say or prove. So it's like, is it like, are you genuinely asking these questions, or is it, I'm gonna find the perfect answer based on what they say and tailor it to what you think? So it's like, because he literally, everything you said and you tried to put on Quest, he literally just ran all of that over like with straight facts.
Right. So everybody, so what you're missing is because I wish you didn't ask that, because now I gotta say something else and then people probably gonna get mad at me. I backed up because when I see what I see, I'm like, oh, all right, let me leave that alone. It's all the time. Y'all ever see me? Y'all ever notice? Pay attention. Y'all see me. All I do is read. I read everybody's face and everything.
But your reading be wrong though.
It be
That's
all
not.
I'm trying to tell y'all. All right,
reading be completely wrong.
all right. I'm
All the
sorry.
time.
My man Quest got the best he could do. All right. Okay.
But it's been people in the past as well. You've done this like literally. You do
I
this
know.
at least once a week, at least.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
No, chill. Like I almost know when you're about to do it.
What am I about to do? No,
Yeah,
no.
it's true. It's like he just starts squirming in his feet in his seat, and that's it. He can't hold it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like I know when you're about to do it, and I'm like,
Like a little kid that can't control himself. One of the kids in my class.
I'm so impulsive. I'm extremely impulsive.
Listen.
He reminds me so much of my pre-K.
But still, by
Like a
you
pre-K kid.
also saying that you
do.
Damn.
The impulsivity.
By you saying that you're
That's
a
wild.
narcissist, it really just proves that like you really don't care about what their answer is. You're trying to, because that's what a narcissist does. One of the number one step that a narcissist always does is deny. And you deny exactly what we be trying to tell you every week because you want it to be your perspective so bad, and it don't be that.
Okay.
Let alone the grandiosity.
Anyway.
Let alone that everyone sees.
Anywho, so
Yeah.
first of all, I'm gonna say this. It is exactly what I thought. Not saying anything negative about their situation, but I saw what I saw, and
it was wrong.
No,
at least it works for them.
It won't.
At least it works for them.
I'm trying to tell you, yeah, it works for them.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking them.
Let your hoeing work for you.
Well, it's not something that I'm using to work for me. I'm just, sowing my word.
It works for you. That's it. Because we don't want anybody to settle down with that.
I'm just sowing my royal oats at this.
Yo, so check it out, right? Check it out, right? I'm gonna end it, but here's the thing. Chill, son. I told y'all, I'm gonna get a T-shirt that says chill. How much times I gotta tell chill? But this is a dope conversation, by the way, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to thank everyone for joining the panel tonight. I gotta get my son ready to go to bed. But here's the thing, right? Marriage is a beautiful thing. And the whole point that what I wanted to get out of this was that, right? To show people that, it's not all the same and it's not gonna always work out the way you expect it to. But it is what you put into it. And when you found the right person, or that person that's like, yo, I'm willing to work through life with you. I'm not with that. I don't, like I said, I don't call my wife my partner. I don't say that. Me personally, right? I call her my wife. I'm her husband. Two different roles of equal importance, right? So when you vetted that right person and you're able to see because I know it's not like back in the day where you was courting a woman and you knew it was going to end in marriage. That's not realistic nowadays. So, and I don't know if we're ever going to get back to that, but I do know when you do find someone in your life that actually is on the same page with you, she's willing to work with you. When times get hard, she's willing to push through with you. Yo, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. And to know you're not going to grow old by yourself. To know that if you did fall sick, you got someone that's by your side. It's a beautiful thing, And like I said, not everybody's situation is the same. I do feel like I got an anomaly. I think Quest, I feel like you got an anomaly. Quint, you got an anomaly. Plus the shade of the shade of paper. But but it's a beautiful marriage is a beautiful thing, by the way, man. And I just want to put that out there. And love is love. But listen, thank you so much. If y'all in Massachusetts, the panel in Massachusetts, I'm tripping. You in Massachusetts. If anyone on the panels in Charlotte, you guys are invited to my house tomorrow. Come through to the barbecue, to the cookout.
Less.
Y'all are definitely invited. I want y'all all
relocating out there, man. I'm relocating.
You need to relocate, man. You need
no,
to
he needs to stay where he is.
I am. I'm relocating.
He needs to stay where he is.
Just want you down here,
I need my brother out.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I need him in Charlotte.
Hey, man, it's nothing but
you
some
at?
beautiful,
Where are you?
women out there.
So
I'm
where
in
are you?
Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Whoa.
Land of milk, no honey.
Milk and no honey.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
And
I need my brother out here with me. So
yeah.
so definitely want to throw that respect. Also, I want to end this with keep an eye out for my show, Meet to Marry, my dating show.
I'm waiting for that.
The mindset is to get y'all married. I got some contestants that's joining in now. If y'all know anyone that's watching, or you yourself want to find someone, hit me up. I'll make sure I get you on the show. It's gonna be dope, y'all. Meet to Marry. Keep an eye out for it.
Hey, look, I got a bunch of single ladies out here, man. I keep telling them I'm not the relationship type. Stay away from me. So I'm gonna grab them all up and I'm gonna tell them about this show and get them on here.
Yeah, get them on here, man. For real, real talk. All right, so I'm gonna end it here, y'all.
They can be the professor.
How old are you?
I'm 43.
You asking the question. The rabbit got the gun now.
Whoa.
Go ahead, ask the question.
Chill, you 43?
Yes, sir.
He's like my pre-cakes kids, right?
I told you, look, 33. I'm telling you, T. Shanley.
Hard to tell.
T. Shanley, man. Keep that milk dud nice and smooth. Yes, sir.
Shanley. Make sure y'all click the link in the description. Get 30% off. No, sorry, 40% off and 20%. 40% off and 20% off of a lifetime order after that. T. Shanley, y'all get yourself some T. Shanley. Click the link in my description. 7,000 5-star reviews. So you know it works.
Yeah, it definitely works. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm one of them too. Right.
Go on and give me some, Tia.
It was dark on right here, man. I had the razor bumps right here. They ain't there no more, man. That junk all
cleaned
smooth.
up.
Thank you,
y'all. Make sure y'all get into it. So, anyways, we're gonna end this on a good note.
They got
Meet to Marry coming soon. We're gonna play the intro for Meet to Marry, and y'all stay in tune. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Oh yeah.